no reason. There's no reason.
Just hate. Haters gonna hate.
Gilfy's a beast.
Bellerin, bro. Apparently the best right back in the Premier League. Apparently.
Try not to block your
Damn
face.
straight.
Apparently, bro.
How
Bro,
so?
I actually watched an interview he did with Poet and Vuj. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Who? Watch an interview with who?
Bellerin doing an interview with them. Dude, Bellerin talks like the most skang, like African American, like
he's
Englishman. He's like in it. Like this, I was like, dude, where's the Spanish accent?
He's from Sussex.
He got that banter about him. He got that banter.
Literally, that's all he does.
He's the man. Yo, what up? PFC 267 Premier League Matchday 8 review. We got our homie Snacks here and the regulars. Let's get into this bit of a snooze fest. This game was for the hardcores. The whole world was looking forward to it, but it ended up becoming a game for the hardcores. Liverpool 0, Man City 0.
You're trying to say you're hardcore?
Yeah, bro. I enjoy this. This
Snacks,
is like a
Snacks
check-in.
hardcore?
Nah, Snacks is on the surface. He's a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here, bro.
No, but this game ends 0-0. Obviously, there's late dramatics with Mahrez missing the PK. Other than that, I don't know if there was much to talk about this game, man.
What you make of the first half? Highly entertaining.
Dude, no shots on target. I think Snacks, you said that, right?
No, yeah, I think this is like if you're like a fan of the game itself, like if you watch every week like we do, you love this type of game. You like seeing like just two managers' tactics going at it. Everyone's evenly matched. But if you're a fan, it's like, oh, it's Liverpool versus Man City. You're just like, bro, this was terrible.
Yeah, this is a game when people will say soccer is boring.
Exactly.
You watch 90 minutes of 0-0, but if
Two
you watch
of the biggest teams, too, at 0-0. You're expecting goals. I was expecting goals from somewhere. Maybe
the most high-powered attacks, too.
Yeah, that's why I was expecting goals. At least, 1-1 or 2-2 or, maybe not a win or maybe not a victory or loss, but some kind of goal action, but nothing.
Yeah, I was expecting that too, man. But once you saw the first half, I realized that Pep has learned his lesson. He's matured as a coach. Last year, he played Liverpool, I think, 4 times. He lost 3 out of those 4.
You know what that shows me? He's got respect for Klopp and his system.
Absolutely. You watch the documentary, he said, I'm afraid of those front 3. Literally said, I'm afraid of Liverpool's front 3. Absolutely.
He definitely should be. I mean, Mane has kind of dipped in form recently, but
what about your boy? Salah has not found form at all. There's no dipping from him.
Salah looks...
That whole front 3 is just kind of struggling at the moment. I was like, listen, bro, run the 4-2-3-1, put Sturridge up top, put Bobby at the 10.
It's not
Let's
a bad
see what
call.
happens.
That's not a bad call.
Because when Sturridge came on, he was lively. He had the header that was saved. I'm pretty sure that was Liverpool's only shot on target.
Definitely play Sturridge more.
Dude, he's coming, man, and it hurts fantasy because you're looking at Firmino. He's usually like a cheaper option. He's been quiet, but now he's probably going to start losing starting time to Sturridge with Champions League coming back after the international break. It's going to be tough to justify Firmino starting every single game, and Sturridge is out here scoring worldies.
That's what makes a championship team, though.
Agreed.
There has to be competition. You have to have starters or guys who at least think they're starters be a little bit uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Guys off the bench challenging them.
Well, you get guys like Mahrez that can take your spot in 2 seconds, take all the penalties.
Dude, Leroy Sané,
but he
man.
came on, to stick on Mahrez for a second, when he came on, man, I mean, he had 3 or 4 chances, including the penalty.
One that went wide.
Yeah.
A little bit narrow.
Always involved, though, man. That left foot's dangerous, but the penalty miss it could have been it.
It's not that dangerous.
No.
That left foot's not that dangerous. Why you put your laces through it, Mahrez? If you are going to put your laces through a ball on a penalty kick, go down the middle, man. You don't pick a side and hit your laces through it. Technique was all wrong, leaning back, and that's a tough one to miss as a new transfer into the club. You had David Silva on the pitch at the time. And I know Mahrez's PK record he's got a good record.
Nah, it's shady.
It's shady?
It's shady. He's
I know
back at Leicester.
He's missed his last 5 of the 8. He's
Whoa.
yeah. No, it's shady.
I was out my ass, yo. # no facts.
No, this was a massive sticking point. So Aguero went off. He's missed the automatic. So the PK occurs. It's only Sané, Aguero, and Sané.
Who earned that PK, huh?
Sané earned it, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Suck it. Why aren't you playing my boy? I'm tired of this shit, man. This kid's special. I've been saying start him. He makes a difference every time he plays. Is it me? Am I gassing him?
No, dude, he's special. Look, I'm just trying to understand why he's not starting. Pep, if this was on a Jose team, I'd call it out. Say Jose's the hater. Blah blah blah. But Pep plays youth. Yeah,
he does something.
It makes me
affect the game's a game changer.
So why do you think he's not playing? Then?
Because Pep's gotten it all wrong. I think he's overthinking it. That's been my critique of Pep for a long time. Is that at times he overthinks it. oh, I have to play this guy because they're playing this right back potentially, so it'll be this matchup. Just too much thinking. Play the guys in form and play the special kids. He should be starting day in, day out.
I think
so that in 5 to 10 years, you'll have a worldly player.
I think going off of that Sané thing, I think he's just trying to flex and just be like, listen, like I'm the captain. That's what Pep's trying to like send the message. He's like, listen,
I'm the
like,
captain now.
You're really good, Sané. Like you're one of the best young players in the world, if not the best young player in the world. But like at the same time, like this is a team. Like we're about this, and like. Sané has attitude problems. Like the German, I think it was Tony Kroos called him out about it.
That's bullshit, man.
Pep's probably said in his documentary, which I haven't watched. Like he's a kid. He's gonna be brash, especially when he's that good.
He's a kid who's found success very
Plus,
early.
and you also have to factor in like Raheem Sterling's not playing bad. Like Mahrez isn't playing bad, but not like there's other players to put in this. So he's like, listen, like you want to act like a prick, like. By all means, like I'll just put Sterling in there.
My thing is, these are.
But I agree
know
with you.
Tons,
No, he's special. He should be playing. He should be playing.
I just feel like some of these claims are unfounded, and I think we have to be we have to be careful before we label someone.
But these are coming
with a bad quote unquote bad attitude, because it depends on what he's pissed off about. If he feels like, look, I should be starting, and every time he comes in the game he does something, he's right.
No, but it depends. So this happened. I think this all started because he got left out of the World Cup and he had a sour summer.
Yeah.
He came in out of shape. Pep said he's out of shape, barely had a preseason. He had more time off than most of his teammates and came in out of shape.
Here's the other thing with Leroy Sané I think we're overlooking. He just recently had a baby as well. So his mind may have been
That's what I'm saying, man.
So
like if Pep is saying this, like I understand Pep overthinks his tactics, but Pep is one to embrace the children. Like I said, if this was Jose Mourinho, I would be backing Sané 100% because I know how Jose treats kids. Pep loves his kids, man. He loves his kids.
My thing is, if he didn't do it last year, guys, I'd be on your side. Like,
no,
I'd be like,
but
okay,
the thing is, he didn't win a Premier League last year. He didn't win the Premier League last year. He didn't automatically start until last year.
He was part of the. What do you mean? He was part of the. He was one of the main starting 11 guys.
Exactly. So like last year, there was no. Yeah, but before that, during the season, he hadn't won. Right? He won at the end. So the head got bigger after he won, is what I'm saying. Like there was no need for him to be arrogant during the 2017-18 season. There's no need because you're working towards winning the Prem. So he was putting in the work.
Yeah, putting in the
he
shift.
misses
and they didn't have the same quality of
exactly. So he misses the call up for Germany. He sulks, hangs out with his kid, shows up to preseason out of shape when all his other teammates are working out, playing hard. Dude, if
we
Pep
keep finding ways to justify not playing
the reason,
Sané, even Lowe, Yogi Lowe made a mistake not including Sané in his
100%
team.
agreed, but he said, do you remember why the reason he said?
He said he didn't fit into a system.
No, he said he doesn't follow my instructions. Like literally, like this is not one guy saying Sané has a head case problem. Literally, I'm telling you, bro, if this was a Mourinho job, I would be with you 100% saying Mourinho's harsh. His national team coach says he doesn't follow instructions. That's why he didn't bring him into Germany, which was a mistake at the end of the day. But the reasoning makes sense. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a personal thing. It was a logic thing. He's like, look, I want him to do ABC. He wants to do XYZ. Then Pep Guardiola comes in and says he showed up to preseason out of shape. That's why he's not playing. And then 2 weeks later comes out, he says there's an attitude problem with Sané. It goes into international break. Kroos comes out, a guy who doesn't talk shit about anyone. He's not this guy in the media. I don't buy all
these guys' words, man.
So that's what I'm saying, dude. There's three separate guys, and for some reason you're saying it's coming out of nowhere. I think your emotions... I'm not saying it's
coming out of nowhere. I'm just saying that... Look,
so what is it? They all hate Sané? Like there's no justification?
No.
This is all a vendetta, conspiracy?
It's not a matter of hate. It's not a matter of hate.
But you're saying you don't buy their words.
I think they're mismanaging. Not all of them. Some of them I do.
But like Tony Kroos, it's three guys.
Like Tony Kroos, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying because I just think he's just backing up his manager. Like I just think he's like, especially when I read that article, it sounded like he was just backing up his manager. Like, okay, some players need to have adjusted attitudes.
No, all he said was
what's up with this defense of Sané, man? Why do you like him? Like, why are you blindly sticking to
three separate guys?
I'm not blind
saying that there's an issue with this kid.
It's the talent, mate. It's the talent.
So plenty of people are talented.
People crash their careers. Rubinho. Pato. Talent is great, man. Sané could be top 5 in the world.
We've all played with guys like this, too.
Yeah, but if literally three separate guys from two different programs are saying, hey, man, there's a head case issue here, and one of the managers loves children, and says, hey, there's an issue here. Notice he's not shitting on Sterling. Aguero, they shut him in the first 6 months.
Question. Why is there a bad attitude? That's what we don't know. I think it's because he's not playing.
I think yes, 100%. I think it's because he got left out of Germany and he took his toys.
I think he's justified in not having a bad attitude, but being pissed off.
That's where I disagree.
Because every time he steps on the field, he changes the game.
But he
changes the game, dude. So if you're not 100%. Playing, so if he gets a goal and then next week he doesn't start again.
But then what is he doing Monday through Friday? Remember Aguero, when Jesus came in, right away they started Jesus.
Up late and all that stuff.
Exactly. Sane came into preseason out of shape. So Pep basically right now is correcting him.
Yeah.
He's slapping him down. He's saying, look, you want to play on Saturdays, you got to work Monday through Friday. And we've all played with guys like that who in training don't work. And what does the coach do? Rewards him anyway. Wenger, classic guy for that. Mesut Ozil. That's why that Mesut Ozil problem occurred because he split the locker room.
Well, there's also a different side to it. There's a Carlos Tevez side where you're not the best trainer.
And what did Sir Alex Ferguson do with him? But what did Sir Alex Ferguson do to him? He sold him to Man City. Absolutely, which is great. But United was winning league titles as well. Pep is going to win a league title without Sane. 100%.
This guy's got to play, man. You got to sort it out,
dude. The manager runs the team. You look at Man United's issue right now.
I know the team comes first.
So if the manager says you're not doing work Monday through Friday, dude, I don't care if you're the next CR7. Find a new club. If Sane, if it gets that bad,
I hope he does.
Here's a question.
I hope you leave Man City.
Oh hell yeah, me too.
Because they're not playing you. You need to be playing day in day out. Look at a guy like Jadon Sancho. He leaves Man City. He's going to Dortmund. He's playing day in day out now.
He's not.
He earned his spot. Now he's beginning to start. He's beginning to play more and more.
Only because
he's earned his spot.
Nah, man. He literally came out and said he's playing in Pulisic's spot. Pulisic got hurt. That's why he's playing. And he said, I'm tired of being a sub player. So we'll see once Pulisic comes back if they're going to force him in.
Well, in the kind of form he's in, Pulisic's going to have a tough time.
He'll have a tough time.
I'm just talking about that decision to leave. Like, okay, I'm not getting time here. I need to leave.
100%.
Sane, look, I'm with the player in this case.
Always.
I may be wrong if the details come out of what's happening. I just think we'll quick decide with the management.
No.
It doesn't help that everyone. It doesn't help that everyone's being so quiet about it. No one's coming out other than saying those three things. Like Pep's, guarantee you, it's like someone every weekend on his press conferences asking him like, "Why didn't Sane start today?" Guarantee you, at least one person.
And Sane, and if you watch that documentary, Pep literally said, like, in the media, I will back you. In here in this locker room, I'll be honest with you. And if you're not playing, you're not going to play. Like, if you're not doing the work, you're not going to play. And he literally said that to the guys, man. So like, everyone knows where you stand. If you play well, you're going to play. Mendy was late.
Sane, man.
It's not.
Who are you gonna trust, man? A guy who's won everything in football, or some 21-year-old kid
with miles of talent? Exactly.
Who are you gonna believe? Who are you gonna side with?
Yeah, yours. It's Berahino. The same thing with Berahino.
I gotta say this stuff.
Look where he is now.
Like, Sane was a huge part of them winning. He led the league in assists. Like
Sterling was too, and Sterling's
I'm not saying
playing.
that one is right and one is wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's two young guys on this team. Like, there's two carbon copy guys.
Pep still wins this league without Sane.
And yet Sterling played all 7 games in the World Cup. Started, has miles on his legs, and is getting even more playing time than Sane. That's what I'm saying. I don't think this is personal. Like, I'm gonna body check Sane. I think Sane has a role to play.
Here's a question for you. Here's a question for you.
Manage it. Yeah.
Here's a question. Would Liverpool have been better off starting Daniel Sturridge in place of Robert Firmino?
Yes.
To start
Possibly
the game
today, man.
I don't know if that's fair.
Today,
fair.
You know what it is? It's hindsight.
What's fair?
In hindsight, yes,
dude.
But before the game, I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know.
Foreskin.
Man, Bobby's been quiet.
Yes.
Last 5 games or so. I think it's time to give Sturridge a start in the league. Not just the cup games. The goals he's been scoring, subbing in. Yeah. The one against last week against Chelsea was incredible. I think you ride that wave. He's feeling hot.
Fair has nothing to do with it, though. So I agree with you.
You play the hot hand. That's what you always say.
Hot hand. No. That's what my bro says.
Hot hand.
I say you play your best players. That's
in the moment. In the moment.
That's another big thing.
In the moment, right? In the moment, or just by reputation.
You look, it depends. If he's in terrible form, then obviously you don't start Firmino. But if he's in,
less
mediocre,
superior form.
If he hasn't scored in 5 games, what do you like? When's the breaking point? 10 games?
At the beginning of the season, still relatively early. And what are you going to get from Firmino? You're going to get pressing. You're going to get the defensive side of the ball. So Klopp is also thinking
that wasn't this game though.
They didn't do much of that.
They didn't do the high press like they didn't do the high press last week.
Pressing.
But that's against City last year. So you'd figure going into the match, all right, boys, we're going to press them at certain times, especially at home.
Listen, there's no reason why like Firmino, whatever you guys want to call him, and Sturridge.
It's Firmino.
Yeah,
whatever.
Hey,
it's correct.
Why can't they can't? I don't see why they can't start on the
Firmino.
same side. Just change the formation up. Put Bobby at the 10. Like I said, put him at the 10, and put Sturridge up top. Listen, the thing with Sturridge is that like you never know when he's gonna get injured. The guy can get injured literally at any moment in the game.
Exactly.
Wait, hold on. Snacks, you have a shoelace tied around your wrist right now? It says vibes.
It says
positive vibes.
I've been going through a rough patch, right?
Wait, you lose your shoe? You kept the
I
shoelace?
don't know. Saw it online, thought it looked cool.
Alright.
I'm getting into this sick point. This
You
unreal
trend-
point
That was a stab.
and then he's just like, wait, hold on. Like Huss last week on my shoes. Like, what's
You
up?
trendy motherfucker. No, just curious, man. I saw the shoelace. Go ahead.
Says
It
to do
looks
with the
cool.
Chappelle.
Positive vibes, baby.
So yeah, there's no reason why you can't start both of them in the same side. That's my end point. I mean, like, whatever you have to do with the midfield too, whether you start Milner and Henderson or Kite, I don't care. Really, it's Liverpool. I hate them. I hope they keep going through this drought. But at the end of the day, if, like, from a pundit's perspective and a neutral, like, Sturridge should be starting because he's been scoring more goals.
Okay.
But at the same time, I wouldn't drop Bobby just because, like, he's not a striker. Like, he's not a natural striker. And he plays like a false nine. Like, he plays deeper, like, on purpose. Like, just put him there permanently. Let him dictate that play. He's just as important as
I
if he
think
was playing
that's a
with them.
stretch, man. You don't want to upset the whole formation with the three midfield. Like Klopp's got his 4-3-3 set up.
And you got to consider how much.
He's not going to alternate from that.
Most of the season you're
drastically.
relying on Firmino. So if you don't start him in a game like this, confidence
But I'm
can
not
be a major factor.
No,
in
he's
the
saying start him,
That's what
switch your
I'm saying.
formation.
Switch the
Okay, just like
formation.
4-2-3-1.
Listen, Henderson can hold it down. Put Fabinho should be getting some time. He can hold it down.
Not
And
ready.
then you could put Milner there, and then Firmino just loves to drop in deep, collect the
Look,
ball.
today I think they were fine with the 4-3-3, but if you're playing Brighton, I don't see why you wouldn't play a 4-2-3-1 with two
But I'm
midfielders
saying,
in
like,
there.
in general, like this game, maybe not. Like this is what's worked.
But if you're
3
playing
out of
a
the past
weaker
4 times.
opponent,
yeah,
yeah.
of course.
I don't know why you
news
need
was Dejan Lovren
Dude.
coming in. First time we've seen him.
best
since
center
his
back in the
injury.
world.
Um,
I mean, he said that.
Yeah.
He
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 said
said,
that.
he's one, he said he's one of the best. He didn't say he was the best.
Either
He's
way,
I
bro,
must
he
be the
proved it
best
today.
if I'm in a World Cup final and a Champions League final. Yeah, how many goals is your team scoring, bro?
Shut bitch ass Aguero down.
But
Dude, he shut down Gabby Jesus when he came on too.
Dude,
Other than that,
stuck Sane to Sterling. Dude, he balled, man.
It was Van Dijk who gave away
he
the
balled.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Joey Gomez playing the right back role.
Dude,
Joey
Gomez
Gomez
is a
special,
freaking-
huh?
He's
Another
alright,
fucking
dude.
English product.
I was
coming
harsh
through.
on him last year because he was suspect, but I mean he's young as hell.
Dude, he played 7 games as center back, and then today against Man City, put him at right back.
Switching.
Not a peep
Yeah.
from that right from
Not
that
a
position.
peep.
not starting.
Fitness, he went out midweek with back spasms.
Okay.
It's also the he's one of those guys where, like, he's an athlete, he's got lungs, but sometimes he gets caught out of position, caught forward.
Yeah.
So if you have Henderson and Milner there, you know there's going to be that holding. And
Solid.
very intelligent. very rarely caught out of
He's
position.
one of Liverpool's best midfielders
Dude,
this season.
he's pushing for top 5 center backs in the center mids in the league right now.
in terms
dude.
of form, that's
Just
why
in
it's hard.
terms
No,
of,
just
like-
a consistency,
like
man. He's a professional. He's always where he needs to be. He's never
at
out, like you say,
Newcastle.
he's never out of position.
Yeah, dude.
So
He's a
Max,
baller.
Dude,
that's why it
he's
would be hard
Dutch
to stop
educated,
him
man.
from
It's that
doing
Dutch
that.
system.
yeah,
But you
I
can go Weege and then either Hendo or Milner.
Yeah,
Keita.
That's like, yeah, you
now
have
those two
people
can
holding
rotate.
it down in the
so
back.
Weege stays in, and then you put Hendo or Milner. Yeah, that 4-2-3-1 could work, man. Against weaker opponents, against stronger opponents, you still want that 3
Yeah,
in
no,
the
no,
mid, yeah.
I agree with that.
I like that though. Not knocking out Firmino,
He-
keeping his rhythm
Listen,
going,
bro,
putting him in the
he's-
10th
he's-
spot, which
when
he
he
plays
first
there
came
anyway.
in like 2015 or whatever, I thought he was garbage. I thought Bobby was
Of course,
trash.
bro. You think everyone's garbage? They're
Played
not
for Liverpool.
scoring
He
50
snubbed us
goals.
and chose Liverpool.
I thought he was a little bit of a flop because I didn't understand his game.
Neither
was
did I.
you're not
Was he a
fast,
winger?
You're not super silky. Like what?
And then
What
Klopp,
you work hard.
This is the thing,
He
like
was
why we
so-
can't knock Klopp, even though he hasn't won any trophies. Like he's a genius for putting him up there. They made the Champions League final because of it, and he was a key part of it. I mean, look at
Didn't
the
it-
look at the PSG
somehow.
game. The PSG game a couple days ago. Like he's quiet the whole game. He's involved, but he's quiet. Last minute, Pitt's the winner. Like
Yeah, look, he Pep saw him for a few years at Hoffenheim when Pep was at not Pep, freaking Klopp, when he was at
That's
That's how much
Dortmund.
you
So
love
you
Pep
got to.
right there.
Ah, dude, I love Pep. Favorite manager. It hurts me to see him in that baby blue. Kills me. I always liked him over Jose, but right now
to see
Jose's my
Arteta
boy.
right next to him.
Yeah, bro, that's painful.
Especially
huh?
when they bond, like when Arteta
Yeah,
told him
when they
something
hug.
during the week, and he's like, "Yes,
yeah,
Yeah.
it hurts. It hurts."
It's painful, man. But yeah, this game 0-0. I think it was a fair result. It's a result that benefits all of us. Being United and Arsenal fans keeps them a little bit closer. in line. But let's move on to the next one. The big game of the weekend, the pressure game. Big news story. Talking Man United 3, Newcastle.
Glory, boys. What up? We won the league.
Glory hole, boys.
Everyone-
We're on the cusp.
Round of applause.
Snacks,
Listen,
I don't know why you're applauding.
listen,
bro.
hold on.
Snacks was
Hold on.
fucking
Hold on.
lighting a fire.
Yeah, dog. He was
on
ready.
he was setting Old
Head
Trafford
in
on
the
fire.
oven. Head in the oven. Ass out the
Like
window.
Jose sucks. He's the worst.
Get rid of Lukaku.
Listen.
Scrap the team.
Listen.
Listen.
None of my feelings about certain things that I've said, especially last week, have changed. I'm still not a Jose guy. I think Lukaku is still a garbage player. This is just my thoughts. But round of applause because Lukaku, when pushed out wide as the right winger he should be, 2 delicious balls to Rashford. Unfortunate not to score. And then Jose, after getting absolutely peppered in the first half, he's like, you know what? F it. I'm just going to throw everything on the table. He made the adjustments. He played attacking football.
He was
Dude,
thirsty.
Now,
Now he was
why
thirsty.
can't we do that every week? Why do we have to go down 2-0?
No.
You can't play Martial and
No,
everyone. And
Exactly.
fucking
Let's
throw the
think about
kitchen sink at
let's think
everyone.
about why we went down 2-0. Was it tactical or was it fucking individuals again?
I mean,
was
Ashley
that
Young
that
is
center?
just out of
Who
right.
gets subbed out in the 18th minute?
Everybody.
Don't blame Ashley Young. Ashley Young was flawless this game. Who gets subbed out?
Oh, hold on.
What?
Give him that Lil John. What?
You can't say flawless.
Made like one mistake.
2.
Where?
Both goals.
Oh shit.
That was
Talk about
Ashley
it now.
Young?
Talk about it now.
Why didn't Ashley Young get subbed? That was Bailly getting caught high up the
We
field.
didn't have a
Ashley Young
fullback on the
Hey,
bench.
on the
Hey,
second
hey,
goal,
hey,
on the
hey.
first goal, Ashley
Second
Young,
goal was even worse.
dude, on the fucking dude,
Let's
One at
bring
a
it up.
time,
First
one at a
goal.
time, one at a
First
time.
goal. Let's break this down.
first goal.
Kennedy.
Let's do it.
What was it? Oh, he's
No,
he's
before Kennedy. Let's go with
He's
the
from
throw-in.
Brazil. Okay, he's a Brazilian guy. Great left foot.
Finish.
You're gonna give this guy his left foot inside the 12. You let him just cut over. That was Mickey Mouse.
What do you mean Mickey Mouse? Let's talk about the throw-in first of all. It's a throw-in at half, right?
Scott-
It
They're
ends
both
up
at
being a
fault.
1-1.
They're both
It's
at
not
fault.
at fault.
Sleep, too.
It's not both, dude.
Scott
Throwing at
McTominay
half.
missed it.
No, throwing at a half. Who jumps forward? Fucking Matic tries to win that header. Goes over his head. It lands at fucking not Lanzini's feet. What's his name? Fucking
Kennedy? Muto?
no, man. Fucking
Mitrovic?
Perez.
Oh, Perez.
Come on, guys.
Uzi.
Come on, guys.
It lands at Perez's feet. He's the number 10. He's the silk master for that team. Matic bites. What does Bailly do? Bailly fucking pulls himself out of position, thus opening room for Kennedy. Ashley Young has to recover from the right back
I know-
position. to
I know
play-
what- I know
to
what
sweep.
happens.
So he gets beat
I
on
know-
that last
No,
one.
but he
Hey.
got
He
there,
got
and then
beat.
he got destroyed.
He got
one-on-one.
destroyed, but like fair enough,
Hey,
100%.
all
He
I'm
was trying
saying
to
is that
bail
he's
out.
not flawless. That's
Dude,
all I'm arguing.
fair
Hey,
enough.
whose fault was the first goal? Eric Bailly.
It was Matic, Eric Bailly,
But
and
Eric,
Ashley
dude,
Young
but Bailly
in that
just,
order.
Bailly just stood there as the ball was played.
Yeah,
Let
but
him go
Matic
right by
had
him.
no fucking reason to try to win that ball. Just hold your shape,
I agree.
stand him up.
It was
Agreed,
a combination, but
Ashley Young could have
when
bailed
it
him out.
backs against the that's all I'm saying,
He
man.
could've
You
bailed
had
him
a
out,
chance to
didn't
shut the
bail
guy
him out.
down. Back to goal, second goal, back to
Second goal.
Yeah, what was the
Muto-
attitude? What was
second
the
goal,
mentality
whose man was that?
of a Man United fan at this time?
I'm going
What
to
we
kill
all
myself.
think?
I was
I
sad.
was so fucking excited for this game. I was like, this is it. Backs against
Bounce
the wall.
back.
Jose usually comes through. 2-0, 10 minutes. I was like, this is
I
not
was
Dude, I
so
couldn't.
amped
I
up.
thought I was dreaming,
good, dude.
I thought I was dreaming, man.
I was literally like, this is like,
Shambles.
I was just like, all right, Jose's just like, he's throwing all the cards out there. Like, he's just like, you know what, F it if this is my last game. Because the reports came out that this was his last game.
Before the game, this shit came out. It was leaked from Inside Man U.
It came out
like
on
the head
Thursday.
journalists and reporters that like work with Man U.
Dropped that
they-
story.
they
But then
they leaked
Friday
it.
morning, the board comes out and says this is false. So, like, it's weird. The whole
But
media
still, like,
decided
that
to
whole
ignore that.
feeling, that whole feeling.
Yeah,
is
but like everyone decided to ignore the actual board saying it's false. And going into the game, Rebecca Lowe, NBC, Sky Sports, BBC, Gary Neville,
Hey, call
they're
him by
all
name.
Rio Ferdinand.
they're all saying, "Oh, this is rude by the board, blah blah blah. This is unprofessional." But literally, the board comes out and says, "This is not true, guys. Relax." Everyone decides to ignore that. Saturday morning, people are still pipping snacks. First thing in the morning, you send me the article that literally says the board denied it. You know what I mean? And like, no one
Hey, man,
fucking
the lie is way more fun than the truth.
Exactly, man.
Come on, man.
Everyone's trying to
You know
sabotage
that.
this club,
the lie
man.
is way more fun than the truth.
To be fair, United's not playing well. Dude, the second fucking
for
goal.
like 2 years now.
Muto, again, is a
Turned
fucking
Ashley
center
Young
back.
inside
Adrian
out.
Mutu?
Watch it. Are you gonna watch it?
Nice
We're watching the
throwback.
highlights right now. For those that can't see, obviously you're probably listening to this or watching
100%.
on Facebook.
Tell me what Bailly's doing there. That's Bailly's man.
Listen,
Ashley Young doesn't bail out.
I'm not saying Bailly is innocent in the goal, but I'm just saying Ashley Young was at fault for both of the goals, as well as Bailly.
Dude, but Bailly was the one who was subbed out, so why wouldn't you say Bailly was at fault?
We didn't have a fullback on the bench to replace him.
Bailly was trying to hold his line, and no one went.
We had no right back. Dallo wasn't on the bench, and Valencia wasn't on the bench. We didn't have a person to substitute.
So then who would we put in? McTominay at center back. We didn't put in Lindelof. We took out literally a center back and put in a fucking child, a 20-year-old center mid.
McTominay was starting that game. It was
but we dropped McTominay in. Like we took out a center back and we subbed in a center mid, and we dropped a 20-year-old kid into center back.
If Bailly's guilty of anything, it's not reacting or reacting too late, because Matic, I mean, what a critical error right there. Like, Bailly's not expecting that at all.
Amateur,
so he was slow to respond in that regard, and by then it was just too late.
It was too late. The guy had rhythm. Ashley Young should have bailed him out 100%, but you guys chose to call out Ashley Young first.
No. I'm not calling him out. I'm just saying you can't say he had a flawless game. Those two plays aside, he was fucking lights out, dude. He was leading like a captain, crunching tackles, fucking lifting the tempo.
I'll take it back.
Yeah.
Tell me about Bailly, please. Give me your thoughts, because you guys jumped on.
Dude, he was napping, man. Like this whole season.
Like that's the thing is like he's had a really bad season. I mean, I don't know if him and Mourinho are beefing right now, but
his confidence has been
snatched. His confidence is at an all-time low. That's the thing is like when he first came on, like Mourinho would like die for this guy. Like he signed him and he was like lights out like the first couple of games. He got injured,
but he was always. He always had that erratic.
He
always had that erratic.
That was our main
criticism. Pulling cutbacks and as a last man.
His positioning is god awful, but his like one-on-one stand-up defending is amazing.
He's your best defender.
You can't get by the guy, but guys like De Bruyne will pick this guy apart with a pass from 50 yards.
How old is he? 23-year-old center back.
That's the danger, and that's
how old is Victor Lindelof? 23-year-old, 24-year-old center back.
But that was the Man United system where like we buy young kids. So Mourinho comes out and says these guys aren't ready. I need 29, 30 years old.
You guys buy young kids, but you don't rely upon young kids. You always have veterans.
No, it's a blend.
You bleed in your youth.
Yeah, it's a blend. But like the youth plays a lot at United, or used to, I should say. So like,
this trusty veterans who can.
Yeah, so the trusty veterans were supposed to be Smalling and Jones. Smalling played well today. You know what I mean? Like
but how inconsistent is this guy?
All season
he's been
so far this season.
Where have his standards gone, mate? As far as a Man United centre back. Name great Man United centre backs.
Thank you. Where the standards gone? Thank you, Ed Woodward. 100%.
Where have they gone?
Thank you. 100%.
It's not all on Ed Woodward.
No, it is because Jose Mourinho literally wanted Maguire, Bonucci, and Toby. Those are the standards of Man United.
Was Mourinho given money to purchase centre backs?
No,
but who did he purchase?
No, he wasn't.
Harry Maguire's it.
He wasn't.
Harry Maguire's
You're just going to discount Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof?
No, but that was the Man United board saying we buy young centre backs, and Mourinho was like, okay, fine.
I can't win with these guys.
You guys want to buy young kids. These are the best young kids I've identified. Let's give them a year. Then after a year, he's like, these young kids are not ready. I don't want to sell them. Notice there were no rumors to sell these kids. He just said they're not ready.
Why didn't he sell
29 and 30 years.
Smalling and bring in a big
because
dog?
it's bodies, man. It's bodies. You need, like you said on the team.
Bodies.
They're not useless, bro. They're not useless. If you guys are keeping Rob Holding when it used to be Tony Adams and Martin Keown back there, dude, you bleed these kids in, dude. I don't mind having Jones and Smalling. Should they be starting every game? No, but so far in these 8 games, Smalling's been playing well.
I think you should mind having Smalling and Phil Jones because I remember Rio Ferdinand.
Bro, Smalling and Phil Jones have won Premier League.
Toby.
Smalling and Phil Jones have won Premier League.
Tell him we're saying.
You have won Premier League.
Tell him you
Nemanja Vidic.
We all remember
this. Won Premier League.
It's not Palace, is it? Who's
those
Gary
two
Palace,
are better than Koscielny.
Steve Bruce.
Yeah, like I've always, Man United center backs. You always have one, at least one who's like a man.
Listen. That was supposed to be Bailly, and he failed. So Mourinho said, "Let me correct my error." But instead, Ed Woodward grabs his dick.
How long have I been saying Smalling or Phil Jones? Either one of them should go, and then you should really upgrade.
Smalling should stay.
You guys have been riding with them,
dude. They're saying they're good squad.
That's what I'm saying. They're not. They're not good. They're not Man United standards.
They're squad players.
Because your standards have dropped, I think you guys are like, yeah, all right. They're good rotate. They're not Man United standards.
Dude, they're good.
I'm not saying they're Man United standards.
So then they should go.
No, Johnny Evans, West Brown, bro. Man United.
Who was your coach?
Yes, but it doesn't matter.
Any player under Sir Alex Ferguson played up.
You can't win with this guy.
100%.
Any player.
100%. But like everyone romanticizes the past, right? So in this game, Man United wins 3-2. Everyone's like, "Well, Man United can't do this." Explain to me what Fergie time is, guys. Explain to me what Fergie time is. Winning late. So Man United does it today, and people come out.
Man U's back, right?
No, not even close.
So
But in this,
why you bring up
no,
Fergie
because
time?
in this game, Fergie time happens, and everyone says, "Well, Man United can't afford to do this," and it's like, dude, Fergie did it all the time. So in this specific instant, instead of saying, "Yo, backs against the wall," United stepped up. This is a good one for Jose Mourinho. Still got issues. Everyone's like, "Well, you were down 2-0 at home against Newcastle. This should have never happened."
Look, man, you guys
Happened
showed
all the time,
heart.
man.
You guys showed heart.
That's
no
all.
doubt.
That's all it was.
But what I see it as is papering over the cracks. Just like when Arsenal was coming back and we'd get victories under Wenger, I wouldn't come in like, "Whoa, yeah, dope, we show heart." I'd pick to the issues. I'd be like, "This guy needs to go. That guy needs to go. We need to improve."
No.
Like, sick, we got the W.
I don't want these guys to go. I want to bring in.
No,
not at all. I want to bring in bodies because that's how you get
where we
fit.
disagree, mate.
So if you
Right.
bring in
Why-
Bonucci,
why are you gonna sell-
Toby, and Maguire, why would you sell Bailly, who's looking like at some point?
I never said Bailly.
Why
I
would you
never
sell
said
Smalling?
Lindelof.
Why would you sell Jones?
Because they haven't. To me,
They
they've
won a
been there
Premier
long-
League.
to me,
They won a
they've been
Premier
there.
League. They finished second last year. We've had the best defense with these guys. We cannot rely on them for 38 games, but we can rely on them for 10.
Rotation.
We can rely on them for 10 games.
For me, I think Bailly and Lindelof should be the rotation guys. I think.
Why can't you have six rotating center backs?
Hey, yo, Tom, you got.
Not.
Hey,
I think
dude.
six
Not
is
when
too
you're
many.
playing 60 games a year.
I think 6 is too many.
Not when you're playing for 4
Can you hear me
trophies.
out? I think you need 2 grown ass men in there, right? Like a Bonucci, Alderweireld.
Need one.
You got
And then
Bailly.
when-
You got Bailly who.
and then when one of those-
who's potentially in there for a starter. Lindelof needs more time. You bring a guy like Axel Tuanzebe as the 5th guy, or like a
Axel
youth
Tuanzebe
guy.
is a right back.
Oh, okay, fine. You bring a Fosu Mensah
Right back.
who
They're
can also
both
play
right
center
backs.
back.
He's
He
a
can
right
also
back.
play
He's a
center
right
back.
back.
But the last
He
2
can-
years, he's becoming a right back.
Okay,
so like,
fine then. You bring a potential youth product in there as a 5th center back, 6th center back to a guy who you can play in the
not
league.
if you're Man United
or
haven't won a
fine then,
league in
you
5
keep
years.
one of Phil Jones or one of Chris Smalling.
Why
And
not
then-
both? Because these guys constantly get hurt. Bailly was hurt.
Because you can't trust them. That's why.
But you literally
can't trust
you can
them.
trust him for 10 games.
can't
We're
trust
watching him
these
for
dudes.
8
You
games.
don't play him against Man City,
Slowly.
and you don't play him against
against
And
Chelsea.
Ryan.
but yet we played him
We
last
have.
year against those two,
And it
we were
worked fine.
We didn't lose. You can play these
It
guys.
was
for 10
Eric
games.
Bailly and
You
Phil
can't
Jones
trust
was it.
All right,
Tuanzebe.
all right. Let me ask you this. So Man United isn't back, right?
No.
No.
Should
No.
who's Man United's strongest 11?
Okay, so Lukaku's not touching the starting 11. That's a fact.
See, that's emotional.
All right, well, no, let's.
That's
okay,
personal.
Okay,
like
let's,
who are you gonna start over Lukaku?
I'd start Rashford up there. I would start Rashford.
What
up
has how many goals has Rashford scored for United?
How many games has Rashford played this season for us?
Dude, he played 48 last year. How many goals did he score? 48 last year.
Bro,
But-
half of them are subs, bro. Like,
Not half, dude. He started in a bunch.
But
He
where though?
started
He
in a
played
bunch.
left wing primarily, right?
and he's playing out of
Agreed.
So obviously his production is going to be down compared to playing center forward.
Like,
Agreed. So you want to play an unproven, exciting kid over a guy who scored 20 plus at Everton, comes in last year, scores 26. Now all of a sudden he's not.
Bro,
good
he
enough
scored
to touch the
16
field.
in the league. Like he is not a top striker. I don't know what it is you see him.
Dude, he's a kid. He's a kid. If you
He's
say
25. He's a grown man.
not
Lukaku's
a
one of
grown
the
man.
best strikers in the world, bro.
You guys are all
You wanna-
crazy.
Dude.
Where do
Dude,
you
I don't
I'm
get
talking
it.
about if there's 15 strikers, we're gonna name Lukaku's in that list.
Top
Lukaku's
10.
in that
That's a
list.
poor striker. That's poor
Dude,
striker.
you want to
That's
play?
poor.
You want to get emotional and play Rashford. Rashford hasn't done shit to deserve time over
Okay,
Lukaku.
but like I'm
he
just
hasn't
saying,
done enough.
But Lukaku
Look at him
hasn't done
today.
enough. But Lukaku hasn't done enough to justify a starting spot, in my
What are you
opinion.
talking about? Look at him
Who's
against
done more than him
Newcastle.
to
Look at
justify?
those 2 sitters Rashford missed. 2 sitters Rashford missed.
My thing, Snacks, is who's done more than Lukaku.
Thank you,
Maybe
that's
he didn't
it.
do what you want, like
Exactly.
your production, but
Listen,
who's done
bro,
more than
I'm
him?
just saying. I think the
It's
way
emotional.
we play. No, I know it's emotional. It's 100. I'm not saying, but like if I look at it and I look at Lukaku, there have been so many games where we play and he doesn't win a header. Like the Man City game we lost last year, he not only did he concede both of their goals off of just awful errors, but he didn't do anything offensively for us. This game, other than the 2 crosses, what did he do for us?
What do you mean?
Time
He
out.
won a single
Time out.
header.
Hey, going back to that City game, he had no fucking support. We got destroyed that game. There was no connection between the midfield and the offense.
And in that City
That's-
game,
you
Rashford
can't- you
scored
can't- you
too.
can't-
Rashford scored out of position.
you can't
Rashford
blame
scored in that.
Lukaku
We can
for
pick
that.
bad moments
Exactly.
and good moments for anyone. My thing, that's why I asked the question: who's Man United's strongest 11? We already got into.
Well,
an
we're
argument
seeing
over
we're
that.
seeing Sanchez being dropped for this game. Finally, he named on the bench. He obviously came in, got the game winner in the 90th.
Dude, the issue.
But he was dropped for Martial and Rashford flanking Lukaku, which is what we all wanted to see before Sanchez signed up. and now it's kind of reverting to that since Sanchez has been sucking. But I think
good,
once Martial scored, man, he went up another gear. But he needs to be like that before he scores.
That's the issue.
Rashford was wasteful.
He was lively that entire game.
Rashford was lively, great corner kicks, but he was also wasteful.
That's the issue, man. There's no best starting 11. To get down to your question, but like,
or we don't know
is
what
that
the
an
best
indictment of Jose Mourinho?
Part of it is absolutely. Part of it is, but part of it
3 years.
But part of it is also the players sabotaging. So I sent that stat in the group.
That's why Valencia's out
Man
now.
United has the lowest number of sprints in the team. Not talking build-up attacks, not talking chance creator. I'm just talking straight running. All of us listening to this podcast can sprint.
Just
all
run.
Of us. That's it.
Run.
Dude, the basics. So Jose Mourinho said his team talk for this was maximum effort. Maximum effort. That's what we want. And we start off 2-0 down with 2 Fugazi goals. Justified. Newcastle did brilliantly to take their chances, but there were Fugazi weak mental goals, and then we go on to control the rest of the game with effort.
Like the last 30 minutes.
Did you watch the game? It was 75 minutes.
Me and Tiki were the only loud ones in the group. I don't know where Al was at.
They were probably coaching, working, but like
we were just going off. We were just like go.
All I want is effort, and if these guys are putting in maximum effort and we're losing, I'll turn all my attention to Jose, all of it, because once you get the guys working hard for you, and then you're not giving them tools to succeed, aka the tactics, the movement, the breaking down. That's when it becomes his fault.
Is it an indictment on the manager that they're not working hard for you?
No, it's an indictment on these spoiled players. You look at Hazard and Conte last year, or Chelsea and Conte. They win a double, then the next year they can't finish in the top 4. That's the players stopping the play. So we can sit here and say, oh, Conte, that's your fault for not motivating the players. And sure, you're partly right. But why aren't we looking at these players saying you're earning 6 figures? You already shown that championship spirit.
I think that's a mental thing. Like I can pin on the players. Like,
but it's mental, but it's 100%. Also shady as fuck to be like, literally, you're not sprinting. Huddersfield, Brighton.
Yeah, but okay. So that's the players, right? No. But what about this stat? Man United's got the most changes of a starting 11 in the entire league.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know why? You know why? Because these guys guys aren't playing. So one game.
My thing is, as a manager, right? You need to know your strongest 11. If especially if you've been at a club for 3 years.
That's obvious, man.
Can I talk? Yeah. All right. So when we look at a Pep, a Klopp, even an Emery right now, we're starting to sense, or a Sarri. We know, okay, who are the strongest guys? Top 3, the midfielders. We know that. Jose, we don't know that, and I think the reason why is because he's not willing to instill enough confidence in his players to where if you play 2 games well and then you have 1 bad game, you get hooked. Mourinho, there's not a lot of trust, and that's why I think the relationship's broken down. Even in the media, how he talks about his players, that doesn't help too. So when you have a manager publicly criticizing, and remember, I'm a Mourinho guy. Remember that.
Yeah.
I've been a Mourinho guy over a Pep guy.
Hasn't done that all season.
When he does that, he did, first thing he did when Pogba came through from the World Cup, was the first thing he did was criticize him, right? So he's done it.
They didn't criticize him. He just didn't suck his dick, and he was a little.
Dude, you don't do it in public. My thing is that's in public, but at the same time, you have to have a starting 11 where you believe in the guys. If you have 2 bad games, you got to be one. Okay, I believe in you. Okay, 3rd bad game. All right, son, sit down. And it seems as though the players play inconsistent. You have 1 good game, you're in. You have 1 bad game, you're out.
So he played Fellaini. It's not, man. He played Fellaini in the last 3 games because Fellaini played well. He's played Pogba all 8 games, by the way, even with all this beef. Mm-hmm. He's played Lukaku every single game. He's played De Gea. Obviously, De Gea is an obvious one.
What about the young ones?
He's played Martial. He's played Martial.
Consistently?
Dude, ever since Alexis Sanchez, he gave Alexis Sanchez 4 games, and he said, you suck. So 4 games, like you said, your rule, it wasn't 2 games and out. He gave him 4 games, pulled him out. Martial has played the last 4 and continued to. Rashford came in on the other side, played. Lingard, he gave him 4 games. Lingard sucked, pulled him out, or injured. Rashford has been that guy. So we played with Martial and Rashford the last few games. He's trying, man. When literally, Tom, I would agree with you. But literally, when your team is not sprinting and working hard.
Oh, it's both. It's not all Mourinho.
No, I understand. But like I'm saying,
this man's not faultless here.
No, he's not, bro.
But
I'm just listing where he's fucked up, and I agree with you with the players. I think it
starts there. So if you're not busting your ass and he pulls you off, there's no way he can give you 4 games of not you busting your ass.
I also think as a manager, you have to inspire the players. That's part of being a manager.
For sure.
Inspiring them.
But how are you going to know...
He's not inspiring them.
How you know your best lineup when your captain right back is liking posts on Instagram?
You getting fired.
You know,
Like, how is he liking that
No,
post?
but listen,
It's the players and the manager.
Listen, he's our strongest right back in the team right now. I mean, why are all these changes coming? Why are all these changes coming in? We have the most changes in the league.
Why you act
because
like this thing like it started well, right? You guys won like a ghetto treble. Like this thing started well. The players were busting their ass for him. The players were just like at Chelsea and started well. They won the league, and then what happens over time with Mourinho recently that we've seen? It starts to decline. So if we can look back at Mourinho's history and see you start great, you win cups right away. Over time, you wear on people because of your demands, maybe because of how you talk to players. It's not a club pep. Oh, I love you. You're my son.
It's never been like that.
It's distant. It's cold. When you're not a player manager,
and you guys say it, and all of you guys say it, like this team is consisting of just young guys. I mean, like the definition of young might be a little skewed, but like you can't like with Luke Shaw, for example, the guy almost lost his leg. He came out and said, "I almost lost my leg because of the injury he had his second season with Van Gaal." How are you going to tell him, like, even if he's out of shape, how are you going to tell that guy who almost lost his leg, not just, like, his ability to play football, his ability to walk in general? Like, how are you going to tell him, you're not good enough, you're this, you're that, he's too fat?
You know what that did, though? That fucking worked. He's like,
that one worked.
And yet he played him. That's the thing with Jose. He'll call you out. Like Martial, he called him out. He started him the last 4 games. So, like,
but now you got to be careful because now we're seeing Luke Shaw come out publicly and criticize the team and everything. And I don't know where his intent came from, whether it was just a leadership thing, but we were awful individually and as a team.
That's exactly what a team should. That's what a
leader should do. Would he have the balls
to
do that a year ago? No. So I'm just saying, man. Like the locker room seems fractured. Am I like
1,000,000% correct? That's an obvious statement.
And typically, when that happens, who does the buck stop with? The manager.
Unfortunately, it does. In this world,
if the players give up on you. Yes, it's the players' fault, but why did they give up on you?
The reason why,
because they're spoiled cunts.
But the reason why we had the best, the reason why we had the best, it is, dude. The reason why we had the best team with Fergie, besides his managerial abilities, because as soon as you stepped out of line, you were fucking out. And in today's world, everyone's scared to sell Hazard. Everyone's scared to sell Pogba. Everyone's scared of that. But they are, and that's why this gets fractured.
That's why they get,
and that's why the buck stops with the manager. Yeah. It's bullshit. You want continuation in the club. Technically, Pogba should have been let go this summer. But Woodward, being the businessman, and it's good for United stock to keep Pogba because of jersey sales and commercial rights. And the fact but technically, if you hire the manager, you're saying this is the order: board, trustees, board, players. Manager, coaching staff, players. Yeah. Okay. So in this situation, when your manager says, "Hey, this player, as awesome as he is, doesn't fit," the board is supposed to back him and sell him. We sold Beckham at height. We sold Tevez at height. We sold Van Nistelrooy at height.
But
so, like, with Jose...
You don't just blindly do it. The manager has to... The board has to trust the manager first.
But that's the beef. Why hire a guy you don't trust?
They don't trust him.
Exactly. And that's why I blame Ed Woodward. Why hire a guy you don't trust? You should have hired someone you trust.
This is great, though, because, the Man United fans, the faction, you guys are so split. I saw the protest... essentially saying, like, the fans were, like, cheering for Jose. Like, Jose, we want you. It's the board's...
The split is with the board and the manager. Dude,
you look at all some fans, too, who are like, they don't like Jose's style of play and all that.
That's a very small faction.
It's fractured.
It's not fractured like Wenger, where, like,
it's not
half
50-50.
and half.
It's not Wenger and
It's a very small percentage. Guys like Snacks, you're like, I want to win now no matter what, and if we're not winning, it's the manager's fault.
This comes at me, bro.
Dude, but it's the truth. It's the manager's fault. When you got flyovers saying Ed Woodward did it.
Listen, I'm not...
But it's
like,
but like,
mostly
how do you solve this problem? I don't think you solve it by just firing the manager. I think some of these players need to fucking go. For real.
I agree.
Valencia, for liking that shit, dude, I loved Valencia. He was a soldier.
Remember Alex Oxlade
as soon as he sabotaged
that,
get him the fuck out. Okay. Get him the fuck out.
Who else?
But, like, here's the thing. My thing...
Okay, that's who. Who else goes?
My thing is, here's the thing, right? Is that, for me, it's if you love the club, like... After Sir Alex left, like, it's a new generation. Managers don't last as long as they used to. Mm-hmm. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But that's why there are no dynasties anymore. But that's why there are no dynasties.
So we have to, like, that's the thing is, and I think, and this is no disrespect to you or Al, you guys are still in that mindset where it's like, okay, Jose, he needs time, this, that. Like, I'm looking at it, and I'm, like, way younger than all of you guys, no offense. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, listen, like, Jose Mourinho comes in, 2 seasons later, he wins a league title. What happened? Other than the fact that City had a freak year, and then now it's starting to deteriorate. I'm looking at the relationship.
No, but literally, the reason that happened this season, he literally on August 29th comes out and says, we're not done with business. I need 2 center backs. The next day, Ed Woodward comes out in the press. When was the last time you saw David Gill come out in the press and cross Fergie? Never. Comes out in the press and says, no, we're done. We're done. So that was a dick measuring contest.
No,
so
I agree.
Mourinho literally said this is going to be an ugly season.
Like, okay,
he saw it coming. Mourinho saw it coming. It was like,
but that's the thing Mourinho isn't willing to adjust. He's willing to just.
He is willing to adjust.
How do you not know?
He started Bailly. Bailly fucking caused 2 PKs. Bailly's playing like shit. He started Lindelof. Lindelof fucked up.
But he won't. Other than yesterday, I'm looking at the whole season. He does.
No, you're looking at one game when he started fucking McTominay.
No. I'm looking at everything. It has nothing to do with the personnel. It's the way he plays. It's the way his system works. And he's just going to put players in positions that, regardless of their attributes and their weaknesses, he's just going to...
Dude, it's only one player, McTominay.
I'm not talking about just McTominay.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about... Okay, look at Pogba, for example. Other than the fact that he played center back yesterday, he killed him.
Pogba plays left center mid for Juventus. Pogba, by the way, on Pogba, I think he's starting to prove that he's not the kind of guy to put the team on his back. If he's surrounded by talent, he'll have moments where he puts the team on his back. You look at him for France. Dude, he only showed up in the semifinal as far as putting in goals, or the final, as far as putting in goals and creating assists. He played well. There's no question. Pogba played well. You look at him at Juventus.
If you're measuring showing up by goals and assists,
no, I'm showing it up
impact.
Dude,
like he was a part of the he was a part of the machine for France. Like he took the ball. But
who did
the heavy lifting?
Pieces around him.
Mbappe.
The heavy lifting was Mbappe, Griezmann, Kante. Like, that was a heavy lifting. But Pogba unlocked defenses. He did his thing. You look at him at Juventus. He's got Pirlo and what's his name?
Vidal.
Okay,
so what are you expecting from him in terms of takeover?
No, what I'm saying is he's expecting a Barcelona team, and Man United is not Barcelona. They're just not. So, therefore, unless we're going to get more players in to surround him by A-class talent,
which you need to,
he might not fit.
But the assist he had with Martial, man, we saw it. He had
his quality,
the assist he had for Fred.
But then
2
we
weeks
look at
ago.
him against Wolves.
But I'm saying he can do these moments, but why can't we produce these moments in the final third once every 2 months? You know, why isn't it happening at least once a game? These little heel flicks, these
half of the stuff that happens. If you put Fellaini on it, like yesterday we put Fellaini on it, was just long ball to Fellaini. The beginning, the first
and that's
65
when the
minutes
start.
But that's what happens when everything breaks
45.
I'm just saying, like,
came on in half.
I'm saying, like, in general, the first 65 minutes until Fellaini comes on, it just beam the ball to Lukaku. He'll win a header. The one time that worked was against Liverpool last season when he won 2 headers and he scored 2 goals.
No. Dude,
Lukaku
and Fellaini didn't start, and they scored 2 goals. We started a young.
But I'm
like
not
you're saying,
about this. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about every game. The game plan is just beam the ball up to Lukaku. De Gea, every time he gets a goal kick, beam the ball up to Lukaku.
When you're thirsty, and
it
goes
to
changes.
No, it goes to Matic. Dude, Matic has the most touches on United.
No, that's not their first option, right? So like Man United do try to play, keep the ball on the ground, like you're saying, and build up. When that fails, let's get the ball to Fellaini. That seems to be plan B.
But it hasn't been late in the game. Yes, but like you watch him against West Ham, bro. The tactic wasn't beaming up. Fellaini was playing number 6 next to Matic and Pogba. So where's the beam up?
So this isn't there are exceptions. There are
but I'm saying this season hasn't been. No, the season hasn't been a beam to Fellaini. Have we done it last season and season past? Yes. The season has not been a beam to Fellaini.
I've seen some games.
You've seen situations.
The Derby game was beam to Fellaini. He scored.
Which game?
The Derby game. We lost.
Yeah, that's last season. 100%. You're right.
This season, you guys crashed out.
Last week, a week and a half ago. They played Derby and we lost in penalties.
Derby. I thought you meant Manchester Derby.
No, the Derby County.
Yeah.
And then, but like my overall point is that like this past summer, Martial's agent said he wanted to leave, right? And then a week later comes out and he says Anthony hasn't left yet because he loves the club. And I'm just like, okay, well, I love the club too. I don't care who's playing. I don't care who's the manager. I don't care who the board is. I just want to see my team win. And 3 years now, Mourinho hasn't given me enough evidence for him to win, and he doesn't last longer.
But he has given you
evidence.
He
has pedigree.
Dude.
He has, and like
but he's given you evidence.
Has time passing Mourinho by? Like is he evolving?
And yesterday,
he is, dude.
In my opinion, yesterday, like he showed me. I was like, listen, that's why I'm like. Applaud, but like one game isn't. If he does that, there's no reason we should be going down 2-0. I know it's individual mistakes.
No, but that's my 100%. Beef, man. Is that when these players play bad, it's Jose Mourinho. Literally, when we tied Wolves, that wasn't Jose tactics. That was Pogba dribbling in mid. What's the general rule? You don't dribble out of midfield.
Okay, but what about the West Ham game?
Dude, the West Ham game straight up pumped by our defenders.
Guys,
that wasn't tactical,
I will never question like Mourinho's tactics. He's far too superior to me. And like
dude, it was the individuals.
He's literally one of the best coaches in the world. what I question about Mourinho and why I say he hasn't evolved is he hasn't evolved with the modern day athlete. The modern day athlete needs to be pampered a little bit. The modern day athlete is softer mentally. When you have a John Terry, Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, you can call them out publicly in the media consistently. They will respond. Those are men. They're of a different generation. When you have a star like Paul Pogba, who may need to be pampered, he needs to just be a little, just cuddle him a little bit, make him feel as though he's important. That's where Mourinho, I think, is like, no.
Sell him.
I don't play that.
You see, that's where...
And that's where I think he hasn't evolved with the game today.
But
Everyone's millionaires.
But that's where I disagree, man, because you look at a guy like...
So, Mourinho's a good man manager.
No, he's not, man. But I'm saying you can win without being
he's
a
not
good
a bad
man
manager.
I'm saying you can win.
I think he's mediocre.
Dude, you look
I think he's mediocre at it.
Dude, it works for some. It works for some.
Super mediocre, dude. That's his flaw. You look at Conte. Conte wasn't a guy who was hugging people. He's passionate, loves his team, but why did he beef with Hazard? Because he was like, dude, I don't give a fuck if you're worth millions. You're dropping back in this formation.
Okay, and he beefed with Diego Costa too.
Absolutely, so dude. And they won. Perfect. But that's my point, is that you don't need to be a hugger. The players still need to put out, when they're on their field for 90 minutes, the manager's gone. And when you're not doing the work...
you have to treat players differently today as you treated them yesteryear. You have to treat them differently. I don't think Mourinho's treating them differently. I think he's sticking with this old school, how he's always treated players.
But Conte's doing the same thing, and he's getting results because those players showed up for him.
That's a different man, different team, different culture, right?
But it's the same thing. Conte
and how long did he stick around? So you can win 1 year. Man United you guys won your trophies.
He didn't. You know why he didn't stick around? Because the owner didn't back him. The owner chose a player over the manager.
Okay, so let's talk about Mourinho. What about
Mourinho? It's the same fucking thing. The owner chose the player over the manager. He said Pogba doesn't fit my system. Pogba should go. Woodward said no. This guy is here for the commercial. Martial, the same thing. Martial wanted out. Woodward said, no, you staying. You're one of the young guys. Jose literally said, these guys don't fit my system. Conte said the exact same thing. That's why I bring up Conte. It's Diego Costa, you don't fit my system.
My point is that
it's deja vu.
It's not.
It's not
Tom, I agree with you. What I'm saying is you don't need it. What I'm saying is you don't need it to win. It's easier to win.
But Jose's
getting
a bit of deja vu from his Chelsea days. You know,
what happened to Chelsea?
With Shevchenko.
The owners chose the players.
Hey,
but they won.
Hey,
Hey,
Jose, I want Shevchenko. We don't need Shevchenko. I want Shevchenko. We're getting okay.
He was super trash.
Okay,
he was trash.
But listen. When Jose left Chelsea, they've won. How many league titles have they won?
Exactly, and then the next season they did the same thing that they did to Jose, the players.
Okay,
because it's the same situation.
Okay, and look at where they're at now. They're undefeated. They're undefeated.
Absolutely, because it's the same situation where the players are running the club. Like Gary Neville said, the tail is wagging the dog. In this situation, they're sabotaging Mourinho. In the Chelsea situation, they sabotaged Mourinho. They sabotaged Conte right after. They loved Conte for 1 year until he said, guys, roll up your sleeves. Hazard, you got to drop in. And what's Seri doing
and that's
right
why
now?
I say man managing is important. Because for that first year, everything's new. It's
man management is not important. It's your ownership backing you is important.
So man management isn't important. Okay.
Look. You don't have to hug everyone. No, you don't have to hug everyone to win.
I don't think you have to hug everyone, but you have to manage people well. You have to talk to them a certain way. You don't have to be the nicest guy.
No, you don't.
At the end of the day, we're men, and it's about respect.
Tom, you don't.
It's about respect at the end of the day.
100%. And that's why Conte was like, dude, Diego Costa, you don't respect me, get out.
That's
Hazard,
fine.
You don't respect me, get out. And the owner...
You can leave, but another thing with Conte is they weren't getting in the plays he wanted.
Exactly, those two managers didn't fail because because of their abilities.
What I'm saying is you can't sustain. So you can't be somewhere long if you can't manage the players well. You can have a fluke year or just that magic run the first year especially because you're new. Everyone's gonna listen to you.
And I think
for this year 2, if you're not a good manager,
I think Jose manages his players well. If you fuck up, he wants to kick you out. And most of the time, they don't back him. You look at what happened at Real Madrid. I don't think
he publicly manages players well. Behind the scenes, from what I've heard, Jose's a great guy. He's funny. He's charismatic.
Hey, hold on. Tom. We look at how he's managed Pogba, how he's managed Martial, but how has he managed McTominay? Ashley Young, Lukaku, De Gea.
That's my point, man.
But how many players has he not? There's only a few handful that are crybabies and need to be their asses wiped for.
And you look at Hazard.
He's like, dude, I don't have time for this.
He loved Willian. He loved all these guys. before, like, we're not even talking the Terry class, because that was a special class. You look at Real Madrid, he loved all the players except Ozil, got rid of him, and the ownership was happy. But he didn't get along with Sergio Ramos because Sergio Ramos has that wildness about him.
This critical, right?
So what I'm
certain
saying,
players have more powers than others.
Exactly, and
right?
that's why Jose Mourinho has failed, because the ownership will back the play in that beef.
The modern day superstar needs to feel important.
Dude,
it's
Dude,
fact.
100% he needs to. But what I'm saying is, Jose doesn't need to adjust to that. And Jose can leave at Man United. He's going to go on somewhere and win more trophies.
That's fine.
So, like, that system...
He'll go to the MLS and win more trophies.
Dude, by the way, Jose has won more trophies than Pogba. He's won more trophies than Hazard.
He's been around longer, too.
Fair enough, bro. But he's done the harder job, man, of managing 23 guys and winning trophies.
No one is saying that.
No,
that's
what I'm saying is,
right
his methods. You're questioning his methods.
His man management
His
skills.
man management. He won those trophies
okay.
being who he was. And the issue now is that ownership
that he's still who he is.
Exactly. And the issue is ownership is no longer who they are. They no longer back the guy in charge. They back these players because it's about the money, not the results. Pogba hasn't played well. We dropped 100 million on him. We sell jerseys because of him. So therefore, if he doesn't get along with the manager, Pogba wins over. You look at during Fergie time, that was never the case. And that's why United was able to have that continuation.
He had everyone in check.
Because the board would back him. He said, David Beckham, our highest jersey.
The board just didn't come out like... The board was considering firing Fergie at a certain point. And then he flipped shit around.
But he flipped shit around by like...
until you get results,
but
Mourinho, the board's not going to trust you.
He has got results, dude.
Exactly.
Dude, he's won 3 trophies.
Dude, what more results?
He hasn't won the big one, though, and that's the one that...
Man United is a different thing.
How many managers, how many clubs, how many managers have won the league in the last 10 years?
Dude, he's won more leagues than Pep, Klopp, and
he's won more.
He's won the most
Premier Leagues than them.
And he gets backed. And he gets backed by his ownership the least.
Okay, I'm just saying.
That's my beef.
And like, look at us. We're all arguing here.
Yeah,
it's just
56 minutes.
It's literally a testament to how sour the relationship's gone.
No, it's literally how
just Ed Woodward being
whether you agree with it or not. Like, the
if
thing
you've been
is,
at a club for 3 years and you don't know your starting 11, you're the problem.
And you're saying right now, like, okay, like the club is gonna back the players and Pogba and all that stuff. All right. Well, if they're gonna back Pogba, and Pogba hasn't come out and said I want him out, but he's got
that World Cup.
But he has said it without saying it.
But it's very evident that he doesn't want Mourinho there.
No. But Tom,
make the call. Someone's got to make the call. Either you sell Pogba or you get rid of Mourinho, or you get rid of both of them, and then we go from there, right?
But that's how the next guy who comes in, he's gonna have solid success for a little while, and at some point Pogba, or this time it might be Rashford. By that time, Rashford might be good, or it might be Lukaku, or it might be this other player. He's setting a dangerous precedent.
Depends on the manager is.
Look at Chelsea right now. They're hanging on the thread by Hazard. If Hazard leaves, that club's in trouble. But because instead of having a guy like Conte, who's won Serie A, who knows how to build teams, now they got a guy Seri who's in there unproven, but he's on his knees worshiping Hazard. Hazard came out today and said, I'm happy right now.
I wish he came before.
I don't know how I feel in the future. So the owner has backed this player. So my point is, when you put your loyalty on these players ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. We know that. The managers are more loyal than the players. So I don't understand why Ed Woodward is worshiping guys who don't get along with the guy he put in place to run him. You know what I mean? It's like
because the guy who we put in place is also taking shots at the board.
Here's the thing, too. You got to look at other examples.
Shots because he didn't take shots. They extended his contract in January. He took shots when they said, we're not buying your center backs. Before that, it was all peace. Until he was like, wait, I thought you said I was in charge.
So then when you disagree with the board, then you publicly criticize.
Yes, and therefore he should go, man. I would love...
Okay, so
I want Jose to quit.
Because it could be handled differently. You could just... bite the bullet as a manager,
or you could bite the bullet as a player and do what Jose wants.
Or you got to look at other cases too where it has worked, where the manager has left. Like, let's look at Real Madrid just for an example. Rafa Benitez he's one of the best coaches of all time.
Whoa, all time?
No, not all time, but he's a very, very good coach.
Regardless,
he's a very good coach, not one of the best of all time.
I mean, he went 2 up against us yesterday, but he went to Real Madrid. It didn't work out. Ronaldo came out and Ronaldo went to the board, went to Perez and said, listen, this guy's not working out. Zidane's right there. We'll give him a run. What happened? 3 Champions Leagues and a league on the balance.
And where are they today? Backing Ronaldo. Where's Ronaldo play? Thank you. That's what fucking happens, dude. When you back these players.
That's all right, man.
Look,
but
they won 3 Champions Leagues and they won a league.
100%.
So now Ronaldo's 33. So they actually made the right decision.
The problem is
at that point.
the spotlight's on us right now is because we haven't won a league title in 5 years. That's the reason. If we had won if we had won last year instead of them, and all this was happening, it would not be as exaggerated as it is now.
At the end of the day,
100%.
the players win the game, not the manager. Like 75%
and the players lose the game
of it
too, and the players lose the game.
100%, which is why the player's word is very important. As a board, you have to take in consideration.
Plus, when you spend $100 million on a player, like
so when a guy like Pogba, who's shown to be a leader, he may not be a captain worthy, but we saw the speech he was given to France in the World Cup. Like, he's a natural born leader, dude. When your superstar does have a problem with you, you have to figure out why.
But there are more superstars than there are top class managers. That's the issue. There are top 10 superstars in the world.
Okay.
Top 10 managers gets thin after 5.
It does.
It gets dicey. So the manager's commodity is more valuable, and that's my beef.
If this was Mourinho off of an Inter treble, I got you.
Dude, this is Mourinho coming back to Chelsea and winning again.
This isn't the same guy.
He's won at every single club he's been at since Porto. And United is the only exception because we wouldn't let him swipe his credit card. That's it.
Well,
With
he
exception,
swiped it and
dude, he
got
swiped it. He wanted to swipe more and more. By the way, he bought Kennedy. He bought Kennedy, and then he sent him out on loan. You know what I mean? He had Lukaku, sent him out. Had De Bruyne. So, like, this is a normal thing for Mourinho to bring in players, say you suck, get out. So let's not act like every guy he brings in becomes a star.
Ed Wood was like,
thank you. And now look at us suffering.
Endless paper. So, but you got to eat that as manager. You got to make.
But he is eating it. He's trying, dude.
Right? You got to try buy the correct.
Dude, he tried. He tried to buy in Lindelof. You literally said don't sell him.
So admit that didn't work so far.
So then he said
so that didn't work so far.
And that's why he said he wanted Maguire, Bonucci, and Alda. So that's why he literally said
he wanted them. And the ball was like, no, you fucked up.
Yes, he wanted Maguire. Absolutely.
Now we don't trust you because you fucked up.
You said earlier, you were like, we need United center players like Maguire, Bonucci, Alda.
No.
Harry Maguire's on that United level.
100%, but he wanted him. So give him what he wants. Yeah. If I was manager, I wouldn't buy Maguire. I would buy Toby because Maguire, again, is more that gamble thing, whereas Bonucci and Toby are older,
you're looking at it from
guy.
Mourinho's perspective. Look at it from Woodward's perspective. Like, okay, I understand that we're a billionaire club, right?
Endless money.
So when the next manager comes in, when Zidane comes in, are they going to give him money to spend?
100%.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. So why not fucking give that money right now to try to fix this issue?
It's because we're not starting from zero, mate. You're starting from 300 million spent.
100%.
That's where your bills is.
100%.
That's what your
and
bill
we got
is.
second last year to a freak team.
Who's like popped under Mourinho? Like who's been? And that's another thing when I say player management. I also
Lukaku popped, bro. Lukaku came
in.
He had the top 5 best start of a United forward all time.
Number one. Okay, that's one player. Who else?
That's the guy he brought in. Pogba fucking had a decent first 2 seasons. He went 10-8. That's it. And then all of a sudden, Pogba's head got big because Mourinho wanted him to drop back and defend. He called him lazy.
Okay, so
then Pogba
now
crashed.
we're 2 for 2. So Eric
Who else is he?
Bailly,
Luke Shaw,
Eric Bailly, Victor Lindelof.
Yeah, those two were young guys. Exactly.
Right, 2 for 4. Haven't popped yet. Fred, to be determined, but from what I've seen, he's not world class.
It's still early,
he's
man.
Good,
but he wasn't world class money.
Right? So
he wasn't brought in.
60 mil's a lot.
He wasn't 60 mil, but Van Dijk was 70.
But I look at that 60 mil and I'm like, could you have gotten someone else?
But you're saying 70 mil, like you're getting top of the
Savage.
line for 70 mil, and then you spend 60 and you get like, okay, well, maybe he's a pretty decent center midfielder.
60 was fine for him, man.
But I'm just saying, like,
damn, dude, we're killing this.
I know, we gotta, we'll move on.
Damn, guys, this was a Man United episode.
Hold on.
One last point is like the thing with Woodward. He's like, you already brought in 2 center backs. Like, what happened? Why did you?
So he said they're not ready.
That's the thing.
There were mistakes. So rather than have correct,
we're not gonna trust you now.
Listen, if I have a kid, right?
Get him out.
If I have a kid, he said, "Give me $20. I can turn this into 100. I can turn this into 100 in a day." I'm like, okay.
Go through the same
and then we lose money on that deal. He says, "Give me another $20." I'm not gonna give you $20. You already lost the money for
it. No, but if you know he has a track record and he's won everywhere, and he says, "Look, this season I know I fucked up. But I need to rectify.
Here's the thing. But that's the thing. You're assuming that he's going in that way.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, I need center backs now.
No.
Blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. Fine. Maybe he didn't say those words, but clearly he knows he. Do you think he forgot he bought 2 center backs? Do you think he forgot?
No, but you also got to measure the track record of when you've been at a club for 3+ years. Usually it crumbles. So that's another major track record.
Absolutely.
He hasn't proven the longevity. So this is a lot of trust now that you're putting in a man who I would put trust in, but Ed Woodward won't.
And thank you. And Ed Woodward's not a football manager.
He's not.
Ed Woodward's a money guy.
He's a business.
Yes.
And by the way, they didn't consult Fergie on that shit. They didn't consult Fergie and Sir Bobby.
Fergie. You don't need your consultation.
Thank you, but they're on the board though. They're on the board, and they're both knighted for their football abilities. You know what I mean? So Ed Woodward had this weird pissing contest, knowing that Fergie would have backed Mourinho, knowing Sir Bobby, our two fucking knights, would have backed Mourinho, decided to go behind their back and measure his dick. And now, unfortunately, Mourinho is not getting the blame from the true hardcores because they see this is a fucking business mistake. We're gonna bring in some other manager and give him $200 million to spend when we could have fixed this for $100 million.
That's $100 million less than Mourinho's gotten to spend.
Yeah, exactly.
Just $300 million.
Exactly, but the next guy's gonna get.
Look
so
at
in the next 5 years,
Tiki,
we're gonna spend another $300 million anyway.
Look at Man City.
So you gotta make the right decisions when you spend.
But you may as well keep this. You keep the same coach.
Exactly.
So make the right decisions.
You keep the same coach. You let him keep investing. You don't sub someone out, have another come in and spend the same amount, if not more money, get for no results. You keep the same manager. You keep faith in the same manager.
If the locker room was together, yes,
it is together for the most part, man. There's only a few bad eggs.
For the most part.
They were together last season.
The last 2 years, it was fine.
Okay. Exactly. The breakup started this season when he didn't get what he fucking wanted.
So that's the locker room. But now let's look at like the style of play, right? So already we had players who they weren't feeling it. Yeah, they adapted. They played for the manager. But even the style of play, players weren't really feeling it last year. People were doing what they had to do. So that's also a part of it. Like, there's many things to consider when investing in a manager. He has to show you that he's worth investing in
with our
long
bum
term.
With our bum ass quote unquote, with our bum ass Phil Jones and
you don't have to quote unquote. That's legit.
Yes.
Bums.
He won Europa with that squad.
He fucking wins Europa. He finishes second in the league behind fucking all the other center backs except Man City center backs. He comes in this season. Exactly. And he comes in this season and says, hey, to improve. Absolutely.
And he comes in. But listen, Tom. Hey, Pep Guardiola. Hey guys, I need a full back.
Dude, he spent $200 million.
Who do you want? This guy. He's giving me 55. I don't care. All right, $50 million for this guy. Another fullback. Another $50 million.
Were they the right guys?
No, of course they were.
No, but we didn't know. Danilo's not the right guy, by the way. Danilo's not the right guy.
Well,
but
he's not getting time.
Kyle Walker.
Yeah, but
Danilo, let's say Tom. I'll answer your question.
He was brought in as a backup.
I'll answer your question.
But
Kyle Walker, definitely right choice.
Yep.
Benjamin Mendy,
definite
maybe
right choice.
Not definite.
It's just been injury. Every time he's played, he's been a bowler. It's just injury. That's the only question about Benjamin Mendy.
Can I speak?
Go ahead.
All right. Now Pep's coming out saying that he's had an attitude problem. That's why he's not been playing, along with injuries.
Okay, well, continue.
Okay.
Leroy Sané, baller.
No, I'm talking. I'm just talking defenders.
When he wanted fullbacks.
I'm just talking defenders, man. He spent $150 million on 3 guys. And I mean, they're much better than anyone else you would have picked up. But $50 million for a fullback, it's ridiculous.
And that first season,
but that was way before Van Dijk too. Before that Van Dijk money started.
And the first season he spent,
they gave him the tools to succeed. Is all I'm saying.
But if they hadn't worked, Tom,
imagine last year with no Kyle Walker.
Come on, man. You act like the board hasn't given Mourinho money to succeed.
They have to, but then you stop short.
How much?
Exactly.
You give and then you stop.
How much have they given him?
Dude, it doesn't fucking matter how much they give him.
And that's my point. To Ed Woodward, it does.
Thank you, a non-footballing guy. That's the beef.
You don't have to just have a black card. You can't
We need to move on. We need to
He has a job too.
Thank you, and your job should be fucking chilling in the board and let the football guys.
So by that math, you don't
complaining about Wenger.
You don't invest in the squad.
Yeah.
No,
you don't give him.
You're taking it extreme.
Listen, and then you stop, and you don't give him the extra $50 million, $60 million to get that one more guy that we need, then. This season, we're outside Champions League. We're outside this. We don't win anything. And then we're even worse off than if we spent an extra 60.
In a new guy. Now we're going to have to rebuild everything from scratch.
I feel your frustration, man.
It's that short-term thinking of like, oh, we're saving money this year. We've given you enough. I'm going to measure my dick. By the way, I'm not going to ask Fergie and Sir Bobby about that.
I think Ed Woodward's limit is short of yours. I think you guys are willing to spend $500 million, maybe
I'm not saying 500, dude. I'm not.
Dude, Tom, it was
okay, maybe an extra
one more guy.
He
wanted one more center back.
He wanted a center back. And where are issues?
Center back.
It's not like you wanted.
Best defense,
it's not like you wanted. We did, and then at the same time he said it's not the best. And Ed Woodward was playing your role.
That's not the only issue, though. Center back. Let's not act like
it's not the only issue. But you look at the goals that everything's all.
I'm not saying that, dude. But it would reinforce.
But we don't go down 2-0 against fucking Newcastle. Maybe we go down 1-0. Who knows? But either way, our issues this year have been in that defensive position. Lindelof, Bailly, Jones.
I think they've been in the locker room.
And I think you have to look at also, like, when your manager comes out, we need center backs. What kind of confidence does that do for all the guys that you've brought in and that you've inherited?
Dude, what kind of
takes
confidence
you down.
did that do for fucking Zabaleta at Man City?
You don't
Fuck
have
your
to say
confidence. If you're literally seeing... No, but if you're literally seeing... Tom, if you're literally seeing... Thank you. And what did Giroud...
Okay.
How was Giroud's confidence when they brought in Lacazette? How was Lacazette's confidence when they brought in Aubameyang? Before they hit it off, Lacazette was sitting for Aubameyang.
There's a major difference between bringing a player in and saying, we need this because we're weak at this position. There's a major difference, mate. You can bring in players, and you can even start players over certain ones. But as soon as you start, once again, publicly criticizing your players, it's a fine line. Especially with modern-day athletes, you can't do it as often. Only certain dudes can take that.
And
I feel like Kevin De Bruyne, he can take that. There's certain guys who are mentally strong enough to take it. Is it on the athletes? Yes, it is. They've gotten softer. We've babied them. These guys are getting millions since they're 16.
But that's the game now.
You have to evolve and understand that.
You have to put
you can't
together
publicly criticize like
the
that.
mentally weak. Put them on their teams. Like, put them on separate teams.
Cool. He'll go to Barca. He'll do great things.
He will. Absolutely. There's
He'll
no
win,
doubt.
so it's not Pogba.
Yeah, but Jose
Tired of
will
this
go to
shit,
the next
man.
club and win.
I don't
Like,
know.
that's the
I don't know how
thing.
many clubs Jose's got left, mate.
I don't know.
really
After
don't know.
this, he might not
He's got
get
all
it.
the
He's got
Serie A left.
PSG.
He's
got
and
PSG.
PSG. Who else in terms of top
Yeah,
clubs?
but like
That's
cool.
it.
But where else would he want to go? He doesn't want to go to Barca. They don't play his system.
Well, Barca wouldn't accept him anyway because of
There's no
how
way.
he,
And you're
how
saying
he
PSG.
behaves.
I don't know if him and Neymar are gonna.
Neymar's going to Real Madrid. Let's stop fronting.
No, look.
Neymar's
I
done
agree.
it.
PSG, all of Italy. Where else
He could
can
go to-
Jose go?
Dude, where else? Like, what other options would he have? La Liga. There's only two other
He
leagues.
could potentially come back to Real Madrid, but that relationship's kind of dead.
No, Real Madrid is also another club that backs the players. So like, dude,
Essentially what you're
but
saying
where
is
else
he
would he
takes a
go in
back
the world?
step.
Like,
He takes
where
a
else
back
would
step.
anyone
Exactly.
else go?
My thing is, there isn't
Where else
anywhere
would-
else he can't go in terms of top teams. It's PSG and all of Syria. That's it, I think. As far
Nah, he's
once
not-
if he leaves Man United,
Exactly,
not-
and he's
he's not-
50,
he's not
and he's
replacing-
55.
That's it.
That's perfect. His career is done.
where else can Pep go? Anywhere.
Everywhere.
Where else can Klopp go?
He's not going to go to Liverpool. Pep won't
Anywhere.
go to
Like,
Liverpool.
okay, so
But he's
So he's
That's
not going to
not-
go.
so
He's not going to go
that's a
Premier
rival.
League. So he's not going to go to Premier League. Pep. He's done with Premier League. He's not going to go back to
would clubs
Germany.
Be clamoring. My thing is, would clubs be clamoring to have him back? Like, he may make the decision. No, I won't go back.
He won't go back
but,
to Bayern, bro.
If
He
Klopp
got
left,
ran out of Bayern. He can't go back
He-
to Bayern. He can't. He
you-
ran out of Bayern. He
No,
won
no,
dude, they
look,
did. The
he got-
ownership.
No,
dude,
he
read
got
up on
that
the
with the-
ownership.
the-
They
But
ran him
but
out.
here's the thing: he still maintains a good relationship with Bayern. They still consult with him. They still talk. They have a back and forth with him. That's not the
Says
case
he.
with Mourinho,
Where?
dude. I've researched that. Check it out.
Send
Check
me
it
a
out.
link.
I'll
Send me a
send you
link.
that.
Yeah.
They still talk with Pep and stuff
Please.
like that.
Chelsea
It's
3,
not- it's not
Southampton nil. Eden Hazard speak.
We go to Arsenal, bro. We got an
Majestic.
Arsenal guy over here
Well,
bringing
I
in
was just
Chelsea.
trying to. I was just
Come
trying
on,
to change
bro.
the subject. That was an
Disrespecting
hour
Arsenal.
of this United.
It's
Yeah,
hey, quick touch, right?
Man, you-
Yeah.
Quick touch. Arsenal 5. Lack
Go ahead,
I'm
Arsenal.
burnt out, dog. Like I'm burnt out.
All I know
But
is that
It's
what
the
I will
biggest
say,
club in the world. That's
There's
what
a
they'll do to
reason
you.
why. There's a reason why I wore the O2 jersey today.
Because there's zero squared, bro.
It's
No
a throwback
silverware.
right here.
No
Zero
silverware.
trophies.
Nah,
Zero
son.
squared.
Zero squared.
Yeah,
Do you
bro,
Know
this-
you know your chemistry, mate.
No, I'm
You
saying
know
the
your
last
chemistry?
5 years, bro.
Yeah, well,
That's
you
right.
don't know your chemistry, please. Like, you need this to breathe. You need this to breathe, man.
you gotta
This
move
is-
the two. You gotta
this
move the
is-
two onto the left side,
Thank you.
and then put an H there, and then you got the.
You
got the
gotta,
fun.
you gotta stop trying to critique my Arsenal jersey. 'Cause this is legendary stuff right here. O2 jersey on in case you can't see us, fellas and
O2
ladies. But 5-1 drubbing of Fulham.
Very impressive. What a result. Let's go. Beating the newly promoted side.
Coming back against Newcastle, down 2-0.
I'm not saying that
Fergie
we're
time.
We're playing
I'm
FIFA.
not
Fergie
getting-
time.
When you were getting spanked in
I just-
FIFA, you were talking about
Fergie
you don't
time.
talk about
No,
the
you were
comeback
talking
time?
mad smack
You
in
don't
the
wanna
group
talk about
chat.
the comeback?
He was talking about. He was talking
Y'all
so
are
much smack in the
trash.
group chat. I had to put you in your place.
Y'all are trash.
Yeah, I'm not saying
And
we're
you
not.
admitted to thank you.
I'm not saying I'm not
Look,
admitting we're
man.
not, but we won. We got the 3 points. Arsenal get the 3 points. Aubameyang off the bench with 2 goals.
Come on, man. And an assist.
Lacazette,
And an assist.
Rude boy. Aaron Ramsey, soon to be Liverpool center midfielder,
That's cool.
with the back heel goal.
That goal was nice.
And like the celebration was kind of odd. It was kind of like I don't know. Like I don't know. Do
Yeah,
I stay or
I'm
do I go?
He's
Like,
saying I'm doing it
am,
all.
am I gonna stay
Give
at
me the
Arsenal?
money.
Am I gonna?
Give me the money.
Give me
Like,
the
what more do I
money,
need to do?
brother.
What more do I need to do?
Is that what that was?
Little
Yeah,
Jay-Z-ish.
he's saying what more does he
it's
need
like,
to
what,
do?
What do you want from me? What do you
I thought it was more of like an oops. Like,
Or more of a,
could be,
are
for
you
sure.
not
I don't know,
entertained?
I don't like that. I like your reason better. I like
No, I
the
think it
way-
was like, dude, I don't know what more to do. I'm scoring goals, playing the 10 spot, pulling strings. Ramsey
So
has
what's the
been one
deal?
of the bright
They don't
spots.
want him there?
They don't want to pay him what he wants. He
Yeah,
wants
you know
to
what-
do
What
you
is
know
he
what's
asking for, Tom?
You know, like around 220. So what was odd?
220? What is he smoking, man?
That's what I'm saying.
When he says
But
that.
Sell him.
especially when you got like a guy like Ozil.
When he's always injured.
They just play the same position while he hasn't been injured as much lately. What with Ramsey, it was interesting because it was like Arsenal threw him the offer, and he was like, "Nah, I want more." Then they were like, "All right, we'll give this to you," kind of. And then he was like, "All right, I'll take this." And Arsenal was like, "Well, actually, I don't know if we're gonna give this to you."
What happened
right
was I mentioned it last week. You weren't here last week, so that you didn't hear it. But apparently, they offered him a deal.
Mm-hmm.
He said no. They come back with a counter offer. Not exactly what he wants, but a little better. He says, "Okay, I'm going to take it." Planning on signing the deal, and then Emery goes to the board and he says, "I don't want him. He doesn't fit my system." So I mean, I guess that's a case of them trusting their.
That's the board who's gonna back the guy they hired. Ramsey will probably go, and Ramsey will find success.
I don't
but you
like
make
him
that
going for
choice.
free. Look,
he'll go
and
for
I
free.
think
That's
the
the
reason
worst
why
part.
Emery as well has come out and say that is because he knows that like Arsenal aren't willing to spend like the Manchester clubs. Now, if we were, I think he'd be fine keeping Rambo on, as just like an extra guy, knowing that okay, I have 200 million.
But Ramsey doesn't want to be rotation. That's a hard thing.
He
You can't
doesn't.
manage him.
And at the same time, he doesn't fit the system.
Noisy.
And at the same time, you want to get a
But
little bit of money for him.
But I think he fits the system. I think to your point, he's just trying to free up wages, bro.
I think
because he plays
it's both. Because look at it when Ramsey and Ozil have started. Ramsey starts in the middle at that 10 spot. And Ozil goes to right wing. And then when we play like that, we don't have width. Arsenal.
But that's him like
he's
choosing to play those two. Yeah, exactly.
I know, and
but
he's
if you,
given Ramsey
if you literally
exactly. And then
if you literally play Ramsey the 10 spot and you put Iwobi one side, Ozil on the bench, so he's making his choice,
and that's the issue.
But he fits the system. He's just choosing Ozil over Ramsey. He fits the system.
Reportedly, that's what Emery said. So I'm gonna go by the reports, right? Like if he's saying he doesn't fit the system, I'm gonna go with that. Can he play 10? Sure, but my thing with Arsenal,
honestly,
we back, son.
I think
we're gonna score goals.
I think all things considered, I have to say, I think Ramsey is like there's a reason why Emery starts Ramsey in his preferred number 10 position as opposed instead of putting Ozil there, because Ozil, any game, big or small, he can literally not show up. As well as Ramsey's work rate, the fact that he's more direct to goal, to be honest.
Yeah, he'll make the runs behind.
And his defensive responsibilities, like all that considered, Ramsey's just a better player than Ozil.
By the way, today Unai Emery said he's a very important player. You know what I mean? So
what's he gonna say? He's not an important player?
Yeah,
he has to say that. Bro.
Yeah, but then why do reports come out saying he's not important? I'm saying he's picking Ozil.
Important. It's just a fit. Does he fit? You can still be important. To a team and not fit, especially if.
How does that make sense, man? Like if you're not fitting, then you're not important. So like
why it makes sense? Because the lack of quality in the team. So if you have a good player who may not fit the exact way you want to play, but you still need him because he's a good player.
But he doesn't need him clearly if he wants to sell him.
Like this season he does. Going back to starting Ozil and Ramsey. Like, why does he start Ozil at right wing as opposed to not putting, like, Iwobi or Mkhitaryan there, for example? Like, two, maybe not natural wingers.
Because he has two number 10s, dude.
No, but that's what I'm saying is, like, that's the thing.
And he's picking Ozil over Ramsey.
He's picking
that's
Ozil
it, but he fits the system.
No,
he's just saying,
I agree. I'm saying you're right, but
guys at this position.
What I'm saying is, going back to that point is, you're important, but you don't fit the system. Is like, Ozil is an important player for Arsenal, wage-wise, like, Ozil
we've already paid him, too,
right?
so
and Ozil and everything like that, but, like, he's playing out of position. I understood because of the two number 10s.
Notice he's not.
But he doesn't fit at the right wing. Like, Ozil isn't a right winger.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. In that it's two guys who play the exact position, and he tried to play them together, and it doesn't work.
But that's
why I'm saying he's not letting him go because he's not important or doesn't
but I'm not
fit the
saying about
system.
Ramsey.
All he's saying is
Ozil.
I have too many numbers.
But I'm using Ozil as an example. He's an important player, but he doesn't fit that system, even though he's trying to force it to happen.
And yet
that's what
he's
I'm trying to get.
willing to displace Ozil. You know what I mean? He's not putting Ramsey out wide. He's putting Ramsey in Ozil's position.
And Ramsey used to play out wide, and he hated it.
And he hated it.
He wasn't good at it.
And you watch him for Wales. He carried Wales into, what was it, the 2014 World Cup? Or was it the Euros?
Well, he helped carry. Gareth Bale was number 1.
Yeah, Bale was 1, but Ramsey was
2.
He was scoring game-winning goals.
Yeah, Ramsey was a problem.
Listen,
so, like, you play him in his position. So I agree with you in that I don't think Unai wants him there, but I disagree with the reasoning that he doesn't fit the system.
Especially if he wants to be a starter, then it's like, dude, like, I can't...
Yeah, that's not a system
every
issue.
time Arsenal this season has offered natural width, we're a problem. We suck when Ozil's on the right side, and all we have for width is Hector Bellerin bombing on.
Agreed.
And now he's bombed on too much, so now he's out of position.
Agreed.
Our center backs are too slow. So
look, man, he had to make a choice between Ramsey and Ozil, and he's choosing Ozil, and rightfully so.
Hey, because when Ozil's been in the middle this year, problem.
And Ramsey comes on,
the interplay.
He's a problem too. These guys are two problems.
They're good.
It's a hard decision to make. He's making a decision. I don't blame Unai.
Laka, boom, shaka laka, Zet.
I've been saying forever, man.
Dude, this guy, I saw it even last year, man, when he was playing. I love this guy's game, man. He's one of the true. He's like a Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He just fucking
that about him.
He just fucking
like he's a better version.
He's kind of diminutive in size. He's like not the tallest number 9, but dude, he just bangs him in, and he's strong. His positioning is impeccable. But his first goal, man, turns on a sixpence. Crack shot. He knows where the goal is. But dude,
that was some weak defending from Fulham.
Oh yeah,
even Aubameyang's goal, like.
We broke their spirit through the game.
Yeah.
We broke their spirit.
But with Aubameyang and Lacazette, man, you get two great
world-class strikers.
And the Lacazette shot from outside the box again, dude. This guy, he can score from anywhere, really.
Inside, all I've been saying is, please start these two.
Well, they have been, man. Aubameyang came in off the bench, but it was Fulham, so it didn't. You didn't need both.
I was resting.
You know,
it was rotation.
Coming off of Europa, so
it was rotation.
You said start them both last week in FIFA. That didn't work out too well.
Yeah, well, we know that. What about this week in FIFA?
No one played Arsenal, so it's all irrelevant.
You guys won a game yet?
We won.
Today?
We won together. Now, you weren't there.
Today, mate.
Nah, we won. Didn't we win today?
Al was bringing up Hussey. He was like, man, I miss you, Huss.
Wow,
this dude snacks ain't getting
Hussey's not listening.
Okay, but dude, think about that for a second. Is like you play one up top, and your two choices is Lacazette, who gives you what he gives you 100%, and then you have Aubameyang, who's just, dude, the guy's just so clinical. Think about that, bro.
You said Aubameyang's clinical?
Aubameyang's clinical.
Look, guys.
Nah.
The prediction remains.
He's power and speed, man.
Arsenal scoring goals, and we're not soft. That's it. If we just
soft. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Socrates is turning things around in the back line.
We're not soft. Not this year, mate.
This is Fulham, bro.
Not this year, bro. We got heart. We don't give up after we go a goal down. Did Czech start today, or was it
Leno?
Leno.
See, you know what the thing is?
I'll agree with you on that, man. You guys definitely. Well, dude, it's a surge of. It's refreshing to see.
It's a new manager bounce.
It's more than that, man. It's a regime finally coming to an end. The dark cloud has moved on.
Yeah, but the thing is, right?
It's a new system. It's vibrant, man. It's exciting to see.
I feel like we used to go into games last year thinking, shit, we're probably going to lose this.
Well,
now,
the players said, like, when Wenger was in there, he was in there so long that, like, during the week, they'd just work on their system. System. This is what we do. This is what we do.
So predictable.
And then when Unai comes in, he's like, all right, so Brighton plays this way, so this is how we're going to beat him. Fulham plays this way, this is how we're going to beat him.
Oh, you mean adapting to your opponent?
Doesn't
weird.
Sound...
Yeah, but then you get guys like Pep who are just like system. You get guys like Klopp, system. So, like, there's two thoughts behind it. Unfortunately, Wenger was at a club too long to where that message got lost.
But you see,
like, I don't mind guys.
That Liverpool adjusted to it and they didn't high press Man City as much.
They've done that before, though. They did that
they've
a couple
done
years
that.
ago.
He's always done that.
All I'm saying is that shows that the manager is willing to look at the opponent and say, maybe we should tweak things. Wenger, it was always 4-2-3-1. We play our way, no matter what.
But it's 4-3-3, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, we're going to play expansive football. So, like, don't you think we should, like, sit in against City and hit the counter? Especially with, like, a Theo? Like, that's all I'm saying. I'm glad to see Unai Emery's doing work. What is this, 8 on the bounce for Arsenal?
7.
Now, 7 on the bounce for Arsenal, man. Like,
but I just got to say also...
Got a nice win streak.
Also, with Arsenal, is, like, you got the necessary players you had to get. Like, that... Like, you can't over...
We need more, but we address the spine.
No, you needed... Like you do need more to win the title, but like to stabilize the club, like look at it. Like they brought in Socrates. Let's look at Socrates for example.
Leno.
You needed a center back with like who's just balls to the wall. I'm gonna go for it. Socrates is perfect for that.
Keep going.
You have Leno, who I mean he hasn't played as much as.
But it's the goalkeeper.
He's a keeper. He's a keeper that's putting pressure on Czech. And Czech has performed this season as well. Who else did you guys have? You said Torreira.
Defensive midfielder. Okay, he's not Patrick Vieira stature, but. Good defensive midfielder addressing the spine.
You got a young Guendouzi. Then you got, I think the most important signing has been Lichtsteiner because Bellerin used to be one of the best Premier League right backs. Yeah. Right, he used to be one of the best, and then he just dropped off like.
Because he knew he was starting every week.
And then Lichtsteiner comes in and he set him straight. And Bellerin, like he's not at that form, but he's getting better this year. He's getting back to that form, and I mean like that's the thing with Emery's Arsenal right now is like it's like 8 games Premier League age. Old, and you can already see the future for them. You can already see what they're going to be targeting.
Can't you tell? Like, do you know Arsenal's strongest 11? right now.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, right. So like you can see the
At the end of the
system
day-
shaping
but-
itself a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah. I
He
mean,
needs more time. It's not gonna be perfect. We will lose in the future, but I'm fine with that because there's an identity.
Yeah.
I see a clear identity. I can work with that all day. That has been lost at other clubs. Just saying.
Coming at us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
man. I
it's
mean,
been lost at other clubs.
first year we had a strong starting 11.
How you know it's all about you?
It's Zlatan.
Where's
It's Zlatan. Where's Zlatan?
No, Tom, I meant to bring this up to you, man,
Yeah,
to
I'm
wrap it up.
curious to see
But
the
we
third
do
game.
have, you saying the coach has to know his strongest 11. We do have our strongest 11. There's just a couple holes. Backline, Valencia, Luke Shaw,
That's more than a-
De Gea,
that's-
Chris Smalling, and then we substitute in and out. We should have had Toby next to Smalling.
Well, no, who with
Okay.
your current players?
No,
who's your
Smalling.
strongest? You've
Smalling.
got
Smalling.
Who's next then?
That's the first hole.
That's
So
the
that's the
first
first
hole.
hole.
Midfield's fine.
Pogba,
Pogba,
Matic.
Matic, and then it's either Lingard
should be
or
Fred. It
It
Fred.
shouldn't be,
No,
it's
no.
even.
No, hey,
Who's the
hey.
11?
Dude, but it depends on the opponent, man. Sometimes if it's Burnley, it's gonna be Fellaini in
Give me
there.
a strong in your it's the Champions League final.
Okay.
Give me your
Champions
strongest.
Alright, Champions League final.
Probably Lingard in there. Lingard, Matic, and Pogba. That's the
Yep.
midfield. Up top, you got Lukaku,
Sanchez.
Sanchez.
This is assuming
and
these guys are
Martial.
playing well. That's it. We have a strong 11. It's
Martial,
just
that to me is a question mark. Like
no. It's Sanchez
Not
and
as
on
a
the other
player.
side, Rashford. Like
Rashford.
Martial,
Or
Sanchez plays
yeah.
over.
so.
No. My
You know what I mean?
point
So
is,
my
no.
thing is,
if-
it's not clear, guy. That's what I'm saying. Is like it could be this guy, it could be that guy.
But
it's not
it's
clear.
not-
And
it's-
you've been there for
no.
3 years. If you'd been there your first year, even like the beginning of your second year, I can be like,
No, but
feeling
he
it
had
out.
he had the
It's new.
strong 11.
Year
He had
three,
a
mate.
strong 11 the first 2 years, dude. We knew who was starting. Fellaini, we all hated it. Fellaini was starting that midfield with
that's
Matic and
fine.
Pogba.
Oh,
so
your
the first 2 years, agreed, man. So this year, it's just a collapse, man. That's all it is.
Thank
That's
you, bro.
all it
That's an
is.
issue. That's all I'm saying. It's
Oh,
an issue
100%,
not to
bro,
know
there's
your
no-
strong. You're
Dude,
starting
that's-
11.
I mean, that's
your
an
third
obvious.
year.
That's an obvious statement. You're 100% right,
Cool.
man.
Glad we
100%.
agree, man.
Yeah,
Glad
for
we
sure.
agree.
Absolutely. There's
No-
issues
no
at
hiding
United,
behind
bro.
it.
Like what
No,
kind of?
there's
We
no
lost
hiding.
3 games in 8. Like, yes, there's 100% issue. I never said there's no issue. We just disagree with what's
Where
the
it
cause
comes
of the
from.
issues.
And
There's
by
an
the way-
issue.
By
at
the way, I'm
United.
not saying Jose has to go. Like
Good. He shouldn't.
This dude's still like he's my favorite manager, man. Just because you can win with the Porto
Listen,
side,
bro.
you can break down at Barcelona.
That's my fucking
You're a
point.
savage,
with all
My,
this, man.
my
That's
thing
my
is
point.
though is
These
that like
fucking
I look
player
at
counts.
it and
All right,
like
let's not go back to it.
yeah,
man.
it hasn't
Come on.
worked out. Gotta make
We
a
went
move.
an hour.
I just want to win at the end of the day, and I think all
We
of
know
us.
we know snacks.
Yeah, man.
What do I want?
We
now?
know.
You wanna win.
You're Yankee,
Tiki,
bro.
what do I want?
Yeah, get
You want
A-Rob.
some
No, I want to
Oreos?
lose. L, you want to lose, right?
I'm not, draws
You hate
are okay.
winning, right? We didn't watch the
I-
treble.
no,
Like
I haven't
I wasn't
invested my
I wasn't
life in
awake
this.
for the treble.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't
I wasn't
watch.
born yet.
In the game.
I want to lose. I want Jose in there so United can continue to lose.
Come on, Arsenal.
Southampton
Keep it going,
0,
fellas.
Chelsea
Chelsea
3.
Sitting above Man United.
Aiden Hazard out here, top goal scorer in the league. If
Best
you don't have him
player
in
in the
fantasy, best
7
player in the
goal
league.
lassos.
If you don't have him in fantasy, you're a maniac.
I was a maniac.
Very happy for Barkley
Woke up.
to get his first goal for
Also,
Chelsea.
Tiki's favorite player, Morata. He's got 2 and 2.
Dude, I like Morata, man. I think he's had awful luck, but he's puts himself in positions to score. Some of the saves, goalies are making saves out of their asses. Like this kid, you watch him at Juventus, you see the talent, man. It's
That's
not
Cavani,
clicking
though.
for him.
Nah, he's not clinical. He's not finished.
Morata's not clinical. Never said Morata was clinical. He's good. Cavani's
He's
good.
technical.
Never said clinical.
Cavani is clinical though.
He's very technical,
Hey,
but
man.
but he's not clinical.
He's not clinical.
New
He's clearly.
Expo.
You don't miss that many and still get the clinical tag. You just don't.
Yeah,
What I'm
well,
saying is
you make
he's
that
good.
many and you do. But as far as Chelsea and Southampton goes, man, Chelsea looking like legitimate title contenders.
For sure.
This
Sorry,
was a
ball.
smacking away from home. And to me, man, it's legit, man. Did Chelsea just have a weird thing with the first year manager? They dip in form.
Dude,
But Eden
Chelsea-
They
Hazard,
win,
I
but
think
they
Eden
win.
Hazard maybe like a
Top five.
player in the world
Top 5.
within
He's
this
not
form.
quite. He's not quite top 3 because you got Neymar,
Who just banged in a hat-trick Champions League.
CR7 and Messi. He still hasn't broken into that, but he's much closer. If
I
this
didn't
was a
say
foot race,
Bale is up this.
nah, Bale's not carrying his team, bro. Real Madrid lost today to Alaves.
I don't know, but overall season, he's been having a good season overall.
Good season, but like when you need him, he's not there. Last week against Liverpool,
When you needed him
They-
up there.
they
What
needed
you got
him
to say
today.
about Champions League final,
oh,
though?
for sure. Last year, you talking about old shit? Why are you bringing up old
I'm
shit?
talking about when you
That's a
talking about the
classic
first-
Tom line. That
I'm
is a
talking about the
classic.
first 8 games of this year. Bale has been important, not like Hazard's been important.
No, that's not what
So I'm giving Hazard 4th is my point.
Okay.
I'm giving Hazard 4th. Bale can have 5th. like a good little boy.
Like a good little boy.
When you're scoring against Liverpool, and then the next game you're scoring against Southampton, and you're the top goal scorer in the league, and your team is undefeated.
But you said,
There
you know
is
what's
a
funny
quality
is
of being at
you went
Madrid.
like this when we were talking about the managers
Of course,
and all
and
that
that's why
stuff.
Madrid wants Hazard, and Hazard is gonna do bigger things than Bale, I think, if he goes there.
I don't know about that. I don't know if he's going to be scoring bikes like that.
A lot to love up at Madrid,
Yeah.
dog.
Oh, no, he does. Oh, there's no question.
You better roll
But
someone
this
from
dude-
half and cause
you
them to
see
transfer
him,
to Dortmund.
Dude, you see him on the World Cup stage. This kid is ready. He's wasting his time
Bro,
another
he's-
year at
he's-
Chelsea.
He's 27
He
years
should've
old.
been-
He's not a kid anymore.
Wasting
He's
his
a
time.
grown ass
All right,
man.
he's a grown ass man doing grown ass man things, dude. You see him for
I'm not-
Belgium.
I'm not
he
saying-
fucked Brazil up on his own shoulders. Those motherfuckers were all clamoring to get his
He got
jersey.
bodied by Pogba in France, though.
Dude, he
got bodied.
did, but he had no fucking help. He had no help. It
Where
all
was
fell on
Lukaku?
his
Where was
shoulders.
your
What?
boy?
Now what?
Where was your buddy?
No, I'm saying he had
Where
no help.
was
like
your
no one
buddy?
stepped up.
In
He
the
had-
game, okay, I was about to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
he had plenty of guys
No, he had
next
De
to
Bruyne
him.
in
dog.
them.
Come on.
Why isn't De Bruyne banging him in
Come on,
this
man.
World Cup against
Where
Pogba?
was your
bro?
He's
buddy
playing
Lukaku
sentiment,
that
not
game?
attacking,
Where
man.
was
Dude, he
he?
was napping, bro.
Napping,
There's no
bro.
question. But you look at Lukaku against Brazil, he's fucking raping.
Hey,
He was raping.
hey.
Yeah, bro.
He was CR7ing people out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Allegedly.
low blow.
Allegedly.
Oh my
But
goodness.
you brought up a funny point when you were like this. They're like, oh, they're up and down,
Yeah, no.
but they're winning, bro.
No, but Chelsea's
That's the difference.
Yeah,
they
but-
are winning.
But they give that credit card, man. Suarez wants to come in, buy Jorginho for 70, steal him from Pep, swipe that card. Conte wants to come in, buy his
first.
players, swipe that card. No, 100%. Tom,
Okay,
you're right.
but
Let's not,
Mourinho
let's not
got
talk
that
No,
trash.
I'm just saying with the Conte
But
thing,
like-
they stopped the credit card, right? They cut that out. That was,
No. They kept swiping the credit card. They just didn't buy the shit he wanted.
But I'm just
You know
saying-
what I mean? Like, he wanted Lukaku. They
You got
brought
Barkley.
Morata.
You got Barkley.
They got Barkley. He didn't want him.
Well,
so they
if I'm
kept
gonna give you
swiping.
a gift you don't want, fuck man, I want your gift.
That's what I'm saying. That's
So
what
it's the
Conte
same
said.
thing. So
That's why
I'm
he's
not getting the credit
That's
card,
why he was,
really.
yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
why
come
Conte
on,
was
man.
sulking last season, not celebrating goals because he's like, y'all gave me this, I wanted that. You know, y'all gave me a Honda, I wanted a BMW.
Look, Rudiger's a savage.
Bakayoko is
Rudiger
trash.
might be the
That was
best
a bad
center back
signing,
in
too.
the
Danny
Rudiger-
drinks
But at the end of the
water.
day, they're
He
still
explained
winning.
Bakayoko, bro.
But they're still winning. That's the thing. Like at the end of the day, you
I
can
know. Dude,
you can
you
say
look
it's a
at-
flawed system. They're
Dude,
winning.
it's not a flawed system. It's just a different system. No one said Chelsea. How are you gonna be flawed when you're
No,
winning?
but I'm not saying any of us were saying it. I'm just saying like
But
you
no
may
one's
not
saying
like
it's
it, but
flawed.
they're winning. So
No,
at
no
the
one-
end of the day,
I
like
don't
You know
like
what?
it. I don't like it.
okay, you don't have to like it. They're winning
I don't
league
know why you
titles
don't.
at the
It's
end
the
of the
Real
day.
Madrid. It's the poor man's Real Madrid. Real Madrid does the same thing. Right now, they're going to go through a year where they don't win Champions, they don't win the league.
They'll buy everyone.
Marcelo's going to get sold. Sergio Ramos
you
is
want
on
that so bad,
No,
don't you?
Marcelo's done.
Yeah, you want that,
No,
don't you?
I don't.
We're
Dude, I
gonna sign
love
him. We're gonna
Marcelo
sign
at Real
him.
Madrid.
We're gonna
You don't
sign
I
love
him.
love
Marcelo.
at Real Madrid.
You don't love-
He
you
creates
don't
the
love
biggest
Marcelo.
hole. I love it.
You
I
don't
love
love
it. Him there. I don't love Marcelo.
That's
I
what I'm
love
saying.
Marcelo at Real Madrid.
Okay.
Two independent statements.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'll never.
Yeah.
You know I don't. I don't like Marcelo. I don't know why he's saying it like
You know, you know,
that.
I mean, I
Fuck
know you
Marcelo.
don't like Marcelo's tendencies, but you don't even like him as like the type
No,
of
dude, I
player.
think he's talented.
You've
He's
been
a
the best left back in the
baller.
world for 10 years.
Been the best left mid in the world for a long time.
There it is.
He's a baller. He's got
Hey.
ability, but just because you're good doesn't mean I fucking like you. Dude.
Hey,
Look at Salah.
hey, don't get
Salah.
sweaty, bro. It's just
love
some
Yeah, I know,
question.
but like you're like shocked that I don't like Marcelo. Why do you want me to like Marcelo? Fuck Marcelo.
cool
man.
hair.
Oh, man.
So does Willian, bro. I like Willian. So it's not a hair thing. Clearly not. It's
Not
not
Brazilian.
personal.
Do you like Guendouzi?
They're
Guendouzi
both
has
Brazilian,
nice
by
hair,
the
too.
way.
Guendouzi has nice hair too. Do you like Guendouzi?
Nah, because I like Fellaini's hair better.
Hey,
Hey!
It's all good, dog. I'm
Afro
still sticking
team.
with that special tag. Iwobi, you back. Special, son. You back, dog.
I love
After you
it.
play it, let's go,
That's
Iwobi.
special.
Let's go.
Spurs won.
wait, hold on. Before we leave Chelsea, just real quick, man. They're tied on points now at the top of the
Yeah,
table.
dude, they're tight. They're
It's goal
legit.
difference.
Undefeated.
Undefeated
They're legit.
with
legends.
City and Liverpool.
It's a manager bounce. Let's see next year, but this year it's cool. Even
I,
if they don't win,
I would love to see Chelsea win just to fuck over Pep. I hate
Yeah, that'd be
Chelsea.
I can't.
I'll have Chelsea win over
Before
City or
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
100%. Pep can't go back to back.
How
It's
come,
gonna
dude? That's
destroy
the problem with
everyone.
last season, man. No one challenged City. You know, United were fucking rebuilding. There was no Chelsea, no
I
Arsenal.
mean, people tried challenging City. They just
we
couldn't.
took
Did
points
they
off them.
try though?
They
They
were
didn't.
busting
rolled
ass.
over.
They
Did
tried.
Hazard?
No,
How many?
they tried.
Did Hazard try, or
They
was
tried.
he kind of
City's
pissed at
demoralized.
Conte?
So it's like
Nah,
trying to
but like,
fight
no,
a
no,
dude
I'm
who's
saying-
6'5", 300
No,
pounds.
but like you only play
You
that team
tried.
twice, man. They lost against like did Man United really try?
But Abazamile, they tried.
Abazama
They tried.
try
There's
shit.
nothing you could do about it. When
Dude.
someone's just that much better than you,
No.
you
I'm
can
talking.
try.
No, man. I'm talking. Man City's gap, like, was shambolic. Like Chelsea was losing to nobodies. United losing to nobodies. Tottenham, Arsenal. Did they really try, man?
But didn't you say United there was like some sort of record in terms of how high they finished or something like
81
that?
points is the
No,
highest
but
we
United
finished
was
in,
only one.
So, no, Liverpool tried too. They beat them head to head twice in the league.
No, once in the league, twice in the Champions League.
Yeah, so like,
No,
I'm just saying, it's fucked up to say people didn't try, man. Let's not denigrate City by saying people didn't try. They were just that much better. That's all it was. They were that. When greatness happens, it's greatness, dog.
No, I know, but you look at the average. You look at Chelsea finishing 6th, dog. I don't care what you say.
Arsenal
That's not
finished
Chelsea.
sixth. Don't forget Arsenal. Arsenal
5th. That's not Arsenal trying. Arsenal was pissed about Wenger. That's not trying.
Chelsea
was
been
pissed.
in shambles.
Chelsea was pissed about Conte. That's not trying. You know what I mean? They try, of course, man. When they show up for 90 minutes of running, they're trying to score.
That's what I'm saying.
But let's be real.
They're trying to win the league. These dudes are trying to win the league, man.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as if Olivier Giroud starts for Chelsea, they'll win the league.
That's true.
Don't trust that boy.
Morata
big
is
moments.
trash, bro.
How many goals did Giroud score today?
How many assists? My man's a link-up. He's the best link-up center forward in the world, dog. Come on.
That's great, man. Center forwards brought in to link up.
He makes us out better.
I mean, I don't know.
He's great for Chelsea though.
Yeah. No, he is. He
Man,
is, man.
helped France win a World Cup. He didn't score one goal.
No, for sure he did.
How'd he play?
No, for sure he did.
If
But
you're
like,
playing
if
well,
Chelsea
dog.
wants to win, they need one forward to help Hazard and get 20 goals. That's it.
They
Hazard
don't
can't
need a
win the
forward.
league.
Hazard can't score
They
20
can be
goals.
supplemented
He scored 20 goals
from the
like once in his
midfield.
career.
Exactly.
They can be
Hazard-
supplemented by Willian, Pedro, and from the. They don't need a striker.
Willian in 80 appearances has like 20 goals, bro. So like, it's not coming from him. What I'm saying is, your number 9 needs to be such a goal threat that he draws the attention of center backs. It's fine. Like,
He does.
it's cool. Like,
He does. He does it in a
Giroud
physical
does.
manner. He doesn't do it like.
But like, I don't
speed.
see them winning if Giroud doesn't score at least 15 goals.
Nah,
Which is
10.
decent.
Just get 10.
That's a good
10.
amount.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I want.
10
That's what I'm
goals.
expecting from
10
him.
goals,
10
10
to 15.
assists.
10 to 15.
Yeah, 10 goals.
With the
Double
squad
digits
Chelsea
is
has,
fine. Yeah.
Barkley's adding
should
goals.
get at least
They'll
10.
get goals from midfield. man.
Agreed, but is it enough to stop City and Liverpool?
If
I don't think so.
Hazard's getting
Yeah,
25,
I think it is. If Hazard
if
goes
Hazard's
off,
getting
'cause he's your
25,
forward. Hazard is your main forward.
yeah, he's the one
You
getting.
need
He's going
guys
to go
to
for 30.
supplement him and help him out.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
we'll
main
see,
guys, Cunty Kane, Harry Kane, failing to show up against Cardiff at home. This is coming off Spurs losing midweek in Champos, getting dusted by Barcelona, essentially,
Like I predicted.
like he predicted.
I mean, Jesus.
Nah,
That's
y'all were
the
against me
most.
though. Y'all were like, "Oh no, this is gonna be a close game."
Dude, you watch
It was-
but you watch the game, dude. At the
4-2.
end, yeah. You watch when was
showed
that
heart.
third goal?
Lionel
When was that
Messi.
third goal scored?
They
dude?
showed
That
heart.
Third goal was scored late. The fourth goal was just a gimme. They got their back broken. But you watch the game. If you actually watch the game, they didn't get smoked. They lost on the scoreboard, no question. And no one said
you
they
got
were
smoked,
gonna
and then
win.
you showed heart. It wasn't like it was close.
No, they showed
close.
heart. It was
And then-
close. Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
It was close,
Yeah.
bro. Up until like the 70th minute, this fucking game was close.
Then smack.
You got Son almost scored. Lamella fucking doing work. This game was weirdly
dude,
close.
but
I was
dude,
in
but
shock.
dude,
I
but
did
it-
not expect Barca to make it this much of a game.
But in this game, man,
Yeah, for sure.
against Cardiff, who's been getting slapped around by Chelsea, Man City, you had Spurs getting an early fucking shit goal. Eric Dyer in the box off a corner kick, and that
Random
was
ass
it.
goal.
That was it. No goals, nothing. On the hour mark, Cardiff down to 10 men, still nothing. Lucas Moore can't buy a bucket, hitting the post off the
He's
goal line
hurt so much
clearance.
fantasy.
Dude, destroyed me in fantasy. I picked him up for this weekend.
I told you, just the fantasy.
He would have had something,
Killing me,
man.
bro.
He
Since
would have
I
had
picked
at
my
least
boy
a
up.
goal.
It's killing me.
Oh my god.
But what, you
dude,
got
but
the
look,
Bucks, you got
Spurs-
a drop
look,
take?
To be
Spurs
fair,
were
man,
just-
Spurs were just unlucky in this
They were
game.
creating
That's-
chances,
yeah,
man. but
19 shots, 75% possession. Like, it wasn't those type of
No,
games
the
where like you
chances were
didn't
there,
play.
but there weren't real chances. Like there wasn't enough. It was
Yeah, it wasn't. They didn't do enough to like 1-0 was probably a fair result.
They got the result. They got the
Yeah.
3 points.
That's fair, man.
Forget about your fantasy team, Al. They won, and but that's the risk you take by not strengthening your squad in the summer.
Yeah.
People get tired.
For sure.
You know, they're playing in the Champions League against Barcelona. I'm sure they're probably putting more effort in that game than they are against Cardiff.
And yet they still win, and they're above Man United.
Look, I don't care what you say. You got to be.
What happens when you have the best striker in the world, man?
Nah, chill.
Wow, he hasn't scored fuck all this year.
Chill.
What? Is
What?
that, like
He has
2?
more goals than Lukaku. He has 5 goals.
Does he?
So that
Yes.
makes him the best striker in the world now?
He is the best striker in the world.
No, he's not.
The past 3 seasons, name a better striker.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo's not a striker until
He
this
is a
season.
striker.
He was a left winger.
No,
That's
Gritty
the
was.
been a striker.
No.
Even when
The
he was
last 2
characterized
seasons.
as a left winger in
The la-
FIFA, he's been a striker,
Yeah.
bro. If you watch
He's
him.
been a striker.
I know.
Benz is the one who gets pushed out wide.
I understand,
CR7's
but
like,
on
cross me the ball.
paper, when they showed the team
Talk
sheet,
my paper, dog.
on
Aguero.
on paper,
Aguero.
Aguero.
Aguero, dude.
Harry Kane scored more
Aguero.
goals than Aguero. Harry Kane scored more goals than
Hurricane.
Aguero. Harry Kane scored more goals than
Aguero's a more
trophies.
complete player.
Look,
I'm talking about who the best striker in the world is, not who.
No, you're talking about who
wins
the
the
hottest.
most.
You're talking about who the hottest striker
Yeah.
is. I'm talking about not value. Matter of fact, I'm talking about best. Like when I look at you in a vacuum, who's the best?
Harry Kane.
He's more complete. Kun Aguero's more complete, and Kun Aguero's arguably the best Premier League striker ever.
he's threatening Henry and Shearer.
And arguably, he's up there.
He's
Aguero.
threatening
Harry
those
Kane
guys.
still got more. He's got time on his hands.
He does.
He's
He
he's
does.
broken Alan Shearer's record of something. I don't know what it was.
You know what?
Science.
Kane will go down kind of as a Shearer dude, where
I
like
think-
all
where-
English,
where, like,
number
the
9.
goals are there. But mate, when you're looking about totality of game, and that's what I'm talking about, Snacks. The ability to dribble, the ability to pass, the
Well,
ability to
don't-
finish,
don't
look at
under-
the
scored.
ball.
Hey, but listen, what number does Harry Kane wear for Spurs and England?
Was it 10?
Yeah.
So
You know, he drops deep. He'll go back. He'll do it into
great
half,
ball,
man.
man.
He'll dribble 2 guys, pass the ball,
Dude,
run
and
up the
it's-
field. He builds the play. He finishes
you
the
see,
moves.
all I'd say is
He works to build the
his
play. I mean-
dribbling and passing
So why is
are lacking
Aguero a better
compared to
player
one
than
another.
well, dude, it's not his forte, man. But like he'll put the ball.
He's
He,
playing that
he can
Firmino
dribble.
role.
He can dribble 1 or 2 guys.
Yeah,
You know.
You said
One.
you said the reason why
Two.
he's not the best is because he
That's a
won no
stretch.
trophies, right? Al, that's the reason.
What?
You said Aguero has more trophies.
Yeah.
Okay, Lukaku has more trophies than Harry Kane, who's a better striker.
Lukaku.
You guys are crazy! Oh my god!
Got it.
Classic PFC fisherman, right?
Yo, quick touch. Let's wrap this episode up. God damn, that United talk got at me so
we know
exhausted.
you guys
Every week
love
it's
it.
just gonna be. You got to dedicate an hour to United every week.
Nah, man, we can't
Nah,
do that
nah,
every
we
week,
can't do
dude.
that.
We can't do that every week.
yo.
It's too much, man.
Bi-weekly.
That shit.
United's
hurts my
not even worth
feelings.
it.
Wow.
Apparently it is, man. We breezed through that Arsenal shit.
Well, there's three.
Oh,
There's 3 of you.
Good
There's
zero.
3 of you. There's 3 of you. If there were 3
you're the
Arsenal
one
fans
trying to
here,
go back. You're the one
Three
trying
of
to
you
go
here.
back, talking about some guys
because I
need
love
to
shitting on you
adapt.
guys while you're
Exactly,
down.
man.
I
'cause
love
you love
stepping on
talking
you
about
when you're
United.
down.
You love talking about
No, I
United.
love talking about y'all.
You're United.
United.
Tom, you're United.
Yeah.
Deep down,
Crushing your fucking
deep
heart.
down, he's mad I forced him to be an Arsenal
If I saw
fan.
Fergie in a dark alley, I'd jump him.
That's messed
Good
up.
luck, bro.
That's messed up.
Good luck.
It's
You
true.
lose, but that's messed up.
It's true.
Yeah, he
Break
so
that hip.
lose.
He just got back from surgery. He's
I'd
just
send him back.
healthy.
I'll send him back.
Watford 0, Bournemouth 4. I didn't see this coming, man. I thought Watford was gonna at least tie Bournemouth, maybe steal a victory. Before you know it, 2-0 up. Bournemouth was. Red card comes in. This game is blown up. No goals from Watford at home, dude.
These
Are they
Bournemouth
in
boys
trouble?
are hot. I don't think Watford's in that much trouble. They just ran into the wrong team at the wrong time. Callum Wilson, Joshua King. Who's the young boy? The young boy.
What's his
Was
name?
it Murphy?
David Brooks.
Oh, Brooks?
David Brooks.
Come on, man. Like these guys
2 goals
are
in
these
2
guys
games,
are a buzzsaw right now. You don't want to see if you're like a mid-tier team. You don't want to see Bournemouth right now,
True.
man.
They're flying high too. I think.
Who
what
just
are they?
slapped him though last week?
Who?
Was it
Slapped
City?
who?
Who'd they play? Bournemouth. They got slapped like
They
4-1.
lost to-
We'll have to look it up.
Snacks has got it right here.
They beat Crystal Palace last week.
Yeah, bro.
Those
They
young
haven't
boys
lost though.
beat your boys.
They lost
They
to
lost
Burnley
to
a couple of weeks ago.
Burnley. Yeah.
They lost to Burnley. That's what it was.
Okay,
they lost
then-
to Burnley
then who
4-0.
else?
And then they
But-
beat Palace 2-1. Like,
All I'm saying is they've been scoring goals.
Yeah.
These guys have been scoring goals, man, all damn season. Trust me, I had Callum Wilson from the start, like in fantasy. These dudes are scoring goals, man, and
Yeah,
they're,
they
they're
are.
a
These
dangerous team
boys
right
ain't
now.
loyal.
Yeah, for sure, man. Bournemouth, Eddie Howe's project continues, man. He's impressive, dude. I see him potentially taking over the Spurs job once Pochettino gets out
I
there.
think he's
It's
got
not
the
a bad
Arsenal
shout.
job locked up in 3 years.
I think it should go to Man United.
No, thank you.
Yeah, maybe Snacks then will. You won't
Hey,
bust your
if we
gut
win the
then.
league, by all means. By all means. If we win the league, by all means. I don't care how it looks. I don't care how many points we win
I
by.
don't really care how it looks. Leicester City 1, Everton 2. Another shocker here. Leicester at home. Dude, Leicester used to be a fortress. Wes Morgan gets himself a yellow card. Silly foul on Richarlison. But before that, Richarlison scored a goal early. Brilliant work from Everton to kind of set the tone. Put Leicester on the
Richarlison's
back
legit.
foot.
Yeah, or should we wait till winter to deem this?
Yeah, bro. He's looking because you remember what happened with Watford?
Fell
like
off.
he fell off
Fell
and
off.
like he
First
fell,
year Blues though,
And he
I'll
kept
give him
falling.
that.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
kept going.
He kept going
I'll give
and
him
like
first
he
year
got his
Blues.
manager fired, arguably. You know what I mean? Like that's how much he fell off. And then when the new manager came in, the new manager didn't even give him a look. You saw him on the bench just crying.
He was crying.
First year Blues, 100%. He has a shout to be legit. I think Richarlison, you look at him, he finally got his call up for Brazil. Neymar, he scored. Neymar's,
I'm saying.
kind of
Like,
taking him under his wing as well. Like,
you know me,
there's
man.
noise there.
I go early. I nut early, son. Like,
Yeah,
so,
I know. I've heard
You know what I mean?
say
I'm
that
premature
for sure,
with
man.
mine, bro. And I'm
heard it.
proud. I'm
Yeah.
proud of my
American Pie
prematureness.
style, right?
They call me Pete. So I'm gonna say Richarlison is legit.
All right,
now.
man. All right,
I gotta
he's
say-
special. He's special.
We talked about it last week. We were like, yeah, because I think they played RC. They played you guys last weekend, right? Everton, yeah, they lost. And then we were like, listen,
That's right,
Richarlison didn't score, but like, you could clearly see Everton's plan was get the ball to Richarlison and let him do his work. And
He's different.
Dude, and he was signed by the same manager who signed him at Watford. And he signed for a record fee at Everton, I think.
It's
So,
only,
like,
it's only gonna get better,
look, hopefully, bro. You can't guarantee that. I know what you're saying.
barring injury. Let's say that. Barring injury,
I mean, he's still
only
young.
gonna get better.
Hopefully,
that's
dude.
what they said about
I don't know,
Robinho.
man. Yeah, I
What
don't know,
they
dude.
said about Robinho.
It takes so
That
much
is-
to be. It takes so much to be good, and is he gonna have the right support system around him enough to where he can take 5 games off and come back
He's
again?
versatile. You can play him at right wing, striker, left wing. You could force him at that attacking
Yeah,
mid.
for now he
It's-
is,
it's-
man.
I mean, come
Look,
on, man.
he's making noise. I can't deny that he's making noise. Gylfi Sigurdsson though was the bailout man here, scoring a wonder goal.
Even though he
Snacks,
can't-
tell me why you don't like this.
After the Morgan red card too, picked up a
Yeah.
second yellow, got sent off. Pereira for Watford
Yeah, it
getting
was
a
a
great
great
ball
bombing
on a
run.
great counterattacking move, man. Great goal from Leicester rather.
Great bombing
Insane.
run. Did you? Oh, dude, I was so proud of him. He, because he
Like
goes,
you raised him.
yeah, dude, because he came into Leicester. No one really knows who this Ricardo Pereira guy is, but he's one of those quiet Portuguese fullbacks. Quietly does his work. Nothing special from him. Bombs into Everton's back line. Fakes like he's gonna hit it right. Cuts it onto his left. Hits him near post, dude. Schmeichel caught guessing. Like that was just
Pickford.
such a. I mean, Pickford caught guessing.
Absolutely destroyed. Was it Kenny?
Yeah,
Was it Kenny? Or was it
Kenny.
Dingue?
Digne. Digne. I think it was Digne actually. Yeah, the right back. I think
He
it
was
was
covering.
Oh,
He
John Joe
was
Kenny.
he was covering on.
Luka
But
Digne.
it was a corner kick though. I think he was covering on the right side. But dude got turned inside out. Great finish too. But yeah, Gylfi Sigurdsson, man. Snacks.
Why,
is
Snacks, come on, bro.
Snacks doesn't
No,
like
you
the
know what?
hype.
Honestly, I have
Icelandic-
nothing to hate, but like, I just
But
hate
you
the
do.
fact. I hate the fact that he can't convert a penalty, but he can score these
about
wonder
penalties?
goals,
Who
man.
cares
It's
about
just-
penalties?
It's
bro?
annoying.
Did
You
you have
know?
him in
Free kick
fantasy or
specialist.
something? This sounds like fantasy song.
No, I haven't checked my fantasy
QuickTouch.
team since I made the team together. But I'm just saying.
Free kick specialist, man.
He's a good
I got
player.
a special heart. in
He's a
my
good
play.
player. I am not, literally. I was just joking when I said, I was just like, dude, that is just so like. How are you gonna score the sick wonder goal?
Yeah.
Moments after missing a penalty, like
Dude,
where does
there are forwards like that who missed a 5-yard shot but can score from 30.
Like
Cheers.
Cavani.
Adebayor. I think Adebayor is the
Adebayor.
best
You're
example.
right.
Cavani will put him away. Adebayor will score bicycle kicks. He'll miss that tap in though.
Yeah, bro. That's a great shot. That's who I was thinking of. Palace 0. Damn, Al. Wolves 1. Tom's boy, the
right?
manager.
Espiritu Santos.
All right.
Let's go,
He's out here
man.
doing it, clean sheeting it. Dude, it's a special project happening at Wolves right now. It reminds me of
Special project at Palace, man. Got Wan-Bissaka.
Nah.
Man of the match, 7.5. Who scored?
Dude, I mean, you
You got
lost,
Wilfred
bro.
Zaha.
that's
Until
it.
you guys win without Zaha playing, no matter who
Fuck
scores,
Townsend, bro.
it's Zaha's. It's his
Fuck Benteke.
responsibility.
Fuck all these dudes, bro.
Yeah,
you guys
bro.
are holding on by the skin of your teeth.
We can win without him. Dude, we're getting that balance.
can't win
There's
without
no
him.
balance
Dude,
here,
if
bro.
we lose,
Soccer bell.
if Palace loses, we're going to reinvest in another striker or someone to get us the goals.
But that guy
Don't be
won't.
the same,
That's the
bro.
hard part is that you have Zaha
you're already
now.
speaking of the future like it's an absolute, man. Who the fuck are you?
Dude, I'm saying, like, last year was a
Dude,
scary
look at this
season.
team.
Yeah,
It's
let's look at it.
the balance is coming together for the level that they are, where they
Okay,
were
let's
and where
see.
they are
There's
now. That's all I'm
emotion,
saying.
right? So
Yeah,
I got
bro.
I got respect for that. Al. These are
Sacco,
your
Van
boys.
Aanholt, and Wan-Bissaka.
Sacco gets roasted. Wan-Bissaka is a nice surprise. He was a right winger.
PVA, good fullbacks.
I like Max Meyer.
Milojevic.
Max Meyer was a good sign.
That's
Max
who I
Meyer.
like.
Max
I like
Meyer
Max
was a
Meyer.
good
He's
sign.
young. I thought he was older, but he's
Whatever,
young.
man.
He's a youngster.
But yeah, let's talk
Look.
about Wolves.
Yeah, man,
You know,
Wolves-
I love this Wolves team, man. Rui Patricio, my guy, 18 points last 2 weeks in fantasy.
That's why you like him. You don't like him because
Of
he's a
course,
good
dude.
guy.
Dude, I knew Wolves gonna be lockdown defense,
You
man.
don't
That-
like him because he's breaking barriers, wearing the number 11 in that.
Who?
Patricio.
I love
He's
Patricio.
breaking barriers wearing the number 11.
Yeah, you know what?
I didn't even notice that.
Dude, you
His number
The
11.
starting goalie, I think, got hurt for the year, and he's number 1. And out of respect, he didn't want to take his number, so he took the double one.
That's respect.
So that's
I don't
it's
know,
coming
man.
from
He's
a
like
good
Breaking
place.
barriers is a force though. This dude
I'm kidding.
acts
I'm
like
just
it's
joking.
like
I'm just joking.
racial struggles, dog. Yeah, he breaking barriers.
Sitting at the front of the bus, bro. Dude, the
joking,
man,
dude.
No,
six
no.
stat Wolves fullbacks have created more opportunities than any other fullbacks in the league. Hint, hint, guys. Get on him in fantasy. Doherty scores a goal. Last week, Johnny scored a goal. They crossed that ball. It reminds me a lot of
Wigan.
Trent. No, not quite, bro.
I'm kidding.
Trent and what's his name?
Robbie
are doing for Liverpool. Obviously not at that level,
man.
but
Jesus Christ, those kids are special.
yeah, they are. But these two guys, man, absolutely doing work. Johnny and Doherty. But as a whole, this whole system, man,
Wolves
is
7th
kicking.
place, man. Yeah, they
The personnel, man, they brought in.
they invest well, but
They brought in the Portuguese national team, but
Essentially,
But
like they brought in the
manager.
right players. Like it's like, all right, like
people were
look, man,
skeptical.
I've seen it before with QPR. We brought in mad players.
didn't work
Mad
out.
players.
Look, but the difference is here they
You
have a manager
Exactly.
who binds them. So this for me reminds me of the Bournemouth project when they came in and everyone was like, "No, Bournemouth is a Premier League. You got to adjust the teams." And Bournemouth was like, "No, we'll put it on the deck and play. That's the team we
Swansea
are."
style.
Swansea, absolutely.
And then they
Until
went sideways.
but they got rid of Gary
Lost that
Monk. They didn't
manager and
stay.
all that,
They
yeah.
didn't stay with their manager. So this is a key. If this project goes south, they have to stay with Nuno. He's that kind of guy who you were saying, Tom, the man management guy. They respect him. They love him. He backs his
He has
team. There's
presence.
passion.
He has presence. Even when I watch him on the
That's it.
touchline.
That's it.
He's got presence.
It's that beard,
about him.
too. There's magic in that beard,
it
bro.
Is, man. Him and James Harden, best beards in the world.
And then we got Brighton 1, West Ham 0. Yo, fuck West Ham, dude. They're out here scoring 3 goals on United and then choke on a dick to Brighton.
What does that tell you? What is that?
It tells you that it's fucking bullshit, bro.
Oh, don't forget, man. They also
Fucking
Got him.
underrated.
But hey,
Got him.
but they
You
also
don't wanna
held
go back.
Chelsea before they beat United, so it wasn't a
And
fluke.
then they won 8-0 in the.
You're right, Al.
You know?
But I'm just annoyed that, like, of course, we had to be one of the casualties. Of
Course.
course.
Well,
But
that's
yeah,
how
you
it is,
can't
man.
fucking take care
Man,
of Brighton.
Were they away
was
from home,
struggling
though?
too,
Yeah, man. They
They're
were
away
away
from-
from home, but, like, fuck that, Snacks. Fuck that.
You
man.
think that
I
the
told
momentum
you,
It's
man.
fucking Brighton, dude.
Bro, Arnautovic is a dog, though, forever.
Yeah, he is. Did fucking nothing, bro. Against Brighton.
Yeah, but he scored against us, bro.
Exactly,
He
bro.
almost ended Jose's United career. Almost.
Eric Bailly.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure. He didn't start the game we lost to West Ham.
If he starts because he has shit straight, McTominay's not on the field when that last goal goes in that Arnautovic got.
I don't know, man. Who
But
put
either way,
McTominay
man.
as center back?
Either way, you
Who
know what?
put
It probably would
McTominay
still
out
go
there?
on.
Either way, Glenn Murray.
Mother-
Baller.
Rewinding.
He's got more goals than Lukaku this season.
He's out here rewinding the clock, man.
It's a long season.
Snacks, why don't you
Snacks.
just
It's a long
change clubs,
season.
bro? Why
I'm
don't you
not,
just
it's
change
not
clubs?
the
It's a long
club. It
season.
has nothing to
you
do
were
with
shitting
the
on
club.
Sanchez. He scores a goal. You're like, I'm sorry, Sanchez. Like, what's the
Let's hold it.
point?
Let's make a bet.
Listen, bro.
Just make
Yeah,
a bet.
thank you, Tom.
We already made a bet.
Thank you,
35
Tom.
goals. He has to score 35 goals this season.
32, we said.
No, we said 35. I have
No.
the screenshots.
All
I'm
right,
looking
go
at
ahead.
it.
We got-
Go
yeah,
ahead.
we
I
got-
think we
we
said
got-
33. Go ahead.
All right,
I think
no,
I
that's all.
adjusted.
I just want to make sure we got
Thank
a
you,
bet
Tom.
down.
No, but get the
so
other
it's
bet
legit.
with this fucking Glenn Murray bullshit.
Oh, he's gonna finish. Yeah, is Glenn Murray
Thank
gonna
you.
finish
Oh,
with
no,
more goals than
I'm just
Lukaku?
playing. I'm just trying to rile
Ooh.
Tiki up. Where are the pictures, man?
Backtrack. Yo, save those dick pics, bro.
Bro.
Burnley won. Huddersfield won. Sam Vokes with the most powerful header I've seen since Andy Carroll was doing it back in the day. Absolute great header from Goodmanson cross. Goodmanson, another guy who in the last few games, goals and assists are coming in heavy for Burnley.
He's Icelandic, right? If not,
Yeah.
he sounds it.
Yeah, close enough, right? I'll have to look it up,
It's
but
had to be in the summer.
I think he is. But Christopher Schindler equalizes for Huddersfield. Huddersfield showing heart here.
Schindler's
Away at Burnley.
List.
Remember when fucking Burnley was a fortress, bro? You go in there, Sean Dyche's men. There's no way you were scoring. They probably weren't scoring
What
either.
happened?
Exactly. They didn't bring anyone in.
The curse. They did
35
bring someone
or
in.
more goals.
That person came up with a
Oh,
curse.
yeah.
35 or more goals.
For who?
Joey Hart.
Lukaku.
Joey
Lukaku,
Hart
all
came up
Come
with
on,
that
bro.
curse.
All right.
All competitions. Yeah.
30 more to go.
It's all competitions, though. No,
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be in the
No,
league.
no, dude. 30 in the league. That's ambitious. But yeah, that wraps it up for the longest. Well, maybe not the longest
Man U
stat, but
talks.
goddamn, longest Man U
Bro,
talk.
it's because Man United is the best club in the world, bro.
Other news.
At the end of the day, we're still the best.
Round-
We're still the best. The fact that we're still relevant and we're in 8th place, that just shows you.
You sound
We're
like
the best.
a Dallas
We the
Cowboys
best.
supporter. That's what you sound like.
We. Go ahead, Al. Other news.
Real Madrid lose 1-0
Alaves.
to Alaves.
Deportivo.
gonna
This is
I get nothing.
this. This is Madrid's second loss in 8 games, man. They're gonna feel that CR7 burn, dude. That bailout with CR7
These
was
are the
scored
ones where
late.
CR7
That's why he's the best in
takes
the
over,
world.
right?
He's that
Like,
important.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
But you
But it's
hear
gonna
the
happen. I
you
mean,
hear the
Barca
Madrid.
lost to Leganes. Like, it's gonna happen throughout the season.
Oh yeah,
of
for sure, man.
La
It's not
Liga.
the end of the world. But 2 losses in 8 games. You know the panic buttons are getting hit by the president Perez, dude.
A little bit.
He's already
This
looking around.
manager's screwed. We
Yeah.
said whoever
But
was
we
the
knew,
new
though.
manager after Zizou.
Yeah. And that's why they hired a
It's
nobody.
like the new manager after Fergie. You have no
Moyes.
I don't know if he
chance.
was a nobody.
You
He
never
hadn't
stood a
lost to
chance.
Spain in 60 games.
With who?
With Spain.
Who?
Lopetegi.
No, but Spain.
Lopetegui.
I mean, the fucking one of the best national teams, a golden era
It's
national
the best
team.
club, one of the best clubs in the world.
Exactly.
It's 1 for 1, bro.
But this is run by personalities. This is run by the players. The Spanish
No,
national
I'm not.
team
But,
is run by
no,
pride.
but you said they hired some nobody. It's not a nobody.
Look, he's not a
In the
nobody, but
eye
let's
of-
be
he's not-
honest.
He wasn't in
dude.
the public eye.
Let's
This
be
guy
honest,
before.
exactly.
I didn't know about him before. Like, he wasn't public knowledge.
He
He
wasn't like
wasn't
you would
the
have
Pep.
picked.
If
You
you
would have
were in
picked
it,
Conti
yeah,
over
if
him.
you
Not
were
even
in
like the Pep level, like the Conti, the Sarri. Even Sarri, I feel like has made more
My bro got
noise.
no respect.
Other news.
He don't know you. He don't know you, man.
You're not making noise, dude. I'm reading all the time. I'm studying shit all the time. If you're not making it into these articles I'm reading, bro, are you really about this life?
Well, Madrid's sitting in 5th right now, man.
Dude, it's hurting. Where's
Even
Gareth
though,
Bale?
even though they have 14 points, Sevilla's got 16, top of La Liga,
Yeah.
so it's
Big
not a
ups to
crisis.
Andre
Where's Gareth
Silva.
Bale,
He's
bro?
a baller. When Milan signed him, I was like, yo, this guy's going to go off.
Who?
He didn't. Andre Silva, their starter.
Oh, yeah.
Their starting striker. Sorry. And he's a baller. He's scoring these goals. They're going to activate the clause. Shouts to
Dude,
Sevilla.
they said that. Yeah, good shot, man. They said they're
Shouts to Sevilla.
gonna try to find.
By the way, breaking news. Mbappe just scored 4 goals in 13 minutes.
He's special, bro.
Wait, what?
Just got a notification. I don't know if I still have it.
Wait, what?
It says
They were
Mbappe
playing,
just went
they were
off.
playing against
PSG
Lyon, bro.
superstar score-
Playing against Lyon as well.
Jesus
Lyon, who
Christ, that's-
beat Man City, by the
Bro,
way.
that's special talent right there.
Dude,
Give him 400 mil. Let's take him. I'm just playing.
You
Other-
won't come to us, dude. It's too much in shambles.
Other news. Wayne fucking Rooney still got it.
Oh, my God.
Leading DC United in the comeback victory over the Chicago Fires.
Over Schweinsteiger is
trusty
number 2.
guy.
Against Basti, they go down 1-0. They're chasing playoffs. Who steps up with the brace? Wayne Rooney, 2 goals in the second half late on. Give him the victory.
Schweini was another Mourinho purchase we didn't mention.
No, he wasn't. He was a Von Hall purchase.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stick it to him.
And Mourinho,
another-
Mourinho admitted that he made a mistake selling him and not playing him more.
Yeah, that was the most disrespectful thing.
Because he
sent him
came
straight
out
to the
and he
reserves.
was like when he played.
That was so silly.
Bro, I cried. He was the jersey I got when I went to Manchester with Schweinsteiger. I still haven't worn it.
Al, here's a crazy
Yeah, I have
thing,
it
too,
too,
about Mbappe. He also hit the post, so it could have been 5.
Why singling me?
5
Why
goals.
tell me only me
He
that?
meant
'Cause-
snacks.
'cause-
Snacks brought it up.
My bad. I thought
Snacks
yeah,
brought it
my
up.
bad.
You guys look the same
Mbappe,
anyway.
yeah,
All right, Al,
What was
I won't bring it up
what-
again.
no,
what was Snack saying?
I said, Mbappe
Mbappe
scored
scored
4
4.
goals in 13 minutes.
So I'm saying I wasn't listening to either.
Thanks,
No,
guys.
I
Thanks, guys.
no, I heard that, but I didn't know what the snack reference was to.
He was saying it to me because I brought up the point.
But he accidentally said it to you. That's why he singled you out.
Yeah.
He was trying to single out snacks.
Al's tapped out. So.
Yeah, never United talk, dude. And wrapping up as well, man. Top clubs
So
are
violent.
struggling around the world.
What is
Bayern
a top
Munich
club?
goes down. Bayern Munich's a top club. Bayern Munich goes down 3-0 at home to Borussia Mönchengladbach. This wasn't even like close. Bayern Munich obviously created chances, but this was a clear-cut win for Borussia Mönchengladbach. Bayern Munich in 5th, 4 points behind Dortmund, leaders Dortmund. So like it's not a big deal.
Who's
Only
manager there
match
now?
day in.
Niko Kovac.
Yeah, new guy, Croatian cat. It's gonna take him a little
He's a
while to
beast,
find his
too.
feet. But that's his second loss in 7 games. So like,
In a
Top
league,
clubs
in
are
a league that
struggling.
they never lose in.
yeah,
Which is crazy.
And
That's hot seat.
Dortmund's
That's
hot.
hot seat for Bayern.
Who's Dortmund's manager right now?
What's his name? Fucking Tuchel?
No,
No,
it's
Tuchel.
PSG.
Voss?
PSG.
Voss? Is it, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look it up, man.
Dortmund manager.
But yeah, that wraps it up, man. Unless we have anything else.
Lucien Favre, the former Nice coach.
You guys want to jump in real quick and talk about Man United and Jose Mourinho and what's going on over there?
Look, man, just let us know what you think. Mourinho in or Mourinho out? It's shifted now.
At me
Listen
on
to me.
Twitter.
United.
All right, listen to me, guys. Don't fall for Tom's Wenger and bullshit. Don't get honey dick. Don't get fished on. All right.
All
if
right,
you have
then,
an
fine,
opinion,
fine. Jose in or
Jose almost
or,
out.
or Ed Woodward out. There you go. Is that better for you?
That's an
that's
easy
a little
answer.
better. Yeah, that's a bit of
What
a
needs to
layup.
change at Man United? There you go.
All right.
Lukaku
everything.
needs
Yeah,
to
I
go
like that.
to
Everything.
Leeds. Rashford needs to start at the 9. That's the
These will
two.
get promoted right away.
Get out of
On
here.
the
That's all
bounce.
right away.
All right, everybody,
All right,
we
guys.
love you. International break coming up, so we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Hell yeah, peace.